goes down and when it does. We're all eagerly awaiting. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Rap Sheet, there's a lot of talk about the Lamar contract, and now there's this whole entire thing that Jeremy Fowler said that he's not asking for a fully guaranteed contract, but the way it was worded was weird. Is he asking for $230 million, but not that being the full guarantee, or is it like $200 million? What is the? Do you know what the number is that would be for him, and what the years would be?
So I don't believe there is like a quote-unquote number, say like I must have this contract. Because if it's a 3-year deal, then I do believe he would want it to be fully guaranteed. If it's a 5-year deal, then I don't believe it would need to be fully guaranteed. It would just, the full guarantees would have to be basically what he wants, like basically even with his stability, right? So it's not like he's like fully guaranteed deal or bust. He just wants enough fully guaranteed to where basically has to sign the deal. It's hard to get there, but this whole week was interesting because he does the trade request publicly as Harbaugh is sitting down, very confident. However, he also in the course of the past week has been negotiating with the Ravens on a potential deal also. So he went publicly his request, but also negotiating.
Okay, this one did not land with weapon. Okay, that one landed with no credit chance, so you can get out of my life.
Brand news. I didn't know that was the case. They're negotiating as of this week. Lamar in Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it was last week, but yes, like within the past 10 days, he has been negotiating.
I'm gonna keep this one because this one has fucking.
Yeah, it was this week.
So then the tweet was this week, though, right?
Yeah, let's keep that.
Monday. The tweet was Monday.
Do you have any other Aces stuff?
Last week he had been negotiating with them.
Aces.
Monday he goes out.
So obviously there was zero.
That's the one with credit chance we're keeping.
Well, maybe there was some, but nowhere near enough. I thought you were talking about them negotiating like this week. I thought it was like after the tweet goes out, they're still negotiating. I'm like, that's a big piece of information in there then.
That would have been.
Because I think a lot of us just assume he's not coming back because of page 2 of the letter to his fans that he put on Twitter. And it's like, all right, I guess we'll just kind of watch as it goes. I'm excited to hear that Fowler said, he doesn't want fully guaranteed money. He quote tweeted the $133 million tweet and said, I need an agent, and I'm supposed to get this. It's like, who knows what the number is? Is it more than what Deshaun wants? Is it over $200 million he wants? Like, is it interesting? Another one, Odell Beckham Jr. So that meeting happened out at the league meetings where he gave big dap up to Saul.
Yeah, clean.
And Jay Douglas, you saw his commercial fridge-sized back. He was kind of standing in the frame as well. And I think there's somebody from a different organization in New Jersey in the background there. Did Odell just kind of meet with everybody, only a certain amount of people? And did you look at him and say, this dude is the coolest dressed human of all fucking time, whenever you saw him?
I mean, his Mariners hat was amazing. But that was, like, I was awkwardly standing by the front door, like, just chit-chatting as he walked in.
Oh, Stefanski?
He pulls up, he gives Stefanski some love, and then I get a big bro hug as well, which that was great. And then he went in and yes, I mean, I would say
hold on.
Immaculately.
Hold on. Yeah.
Go ahead.
And we need to get into your side of it. Did Stefanski dap up with OBJ not planned, you don't think?
Oh, I mean, definitely not planned because I'm literally standing in the front door talking to Stefanski, and he goes, what are you looking at? And I say, I think Odell just pulled up. He goes, O's here? And he just walks out and goes and says,
Okay. Because it did look very natural, which is good, but I also didn't know if they were trying to set that up as like, hey, I'm going to be there, I would love to meet you, and it was just so happened to be a camera.
Miss you, bro.
Like, wait on it. It was like, because that Cleveland situation was obviously very loud, and it also carries, I think that's a big deal for OBJ, that Stefanski, Ozzy still loves OBJ. For any other team that is potentially thinking about getting Odell Beckham Jr., there's always going to be the portion of humans that are like, it's not worth everything. It's like, seems like he's loved pretty much.
I don't know. I mean, I know what the reputation is, and like obviously in Cleveland it didn't end well, but like they loved him in LA. Like they loved him with the Rams.
And they loved him in Cleveland. Look at Owen, Coach Stefanski.
Stefanski.
Look at Owen Stefanski.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, I think his reputation is, I mean, he's a little bit older now, like probably has matured, like he's a pretty well liked guy.
I think so as well. So after he daps up Stefanski, he feels obligated to dap you up because he doesn't know who you are, but you are in an NFL sanctioned event.
Right.
Doesn't know who's looking at what, has to do it.
Nice
Daps you up, good dap. You probably gave him a fresh one. We like that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Is it mean with everybody? What do you think the setup was? Was it like Derek Carr in Indy at the Combine where he was kind of like just holding meetings there? What is this like, and was it productive, we think?
He did not have an Airbnb. Cheaper? No, he basically, so he, as far as I know, he mentioned just sort of Douglas Sauer conversations. I believe the Ravens he met with as well. And I think at least one other team. It was, you know, like, he literally lives there, just training there, like, get to meet him. It sounded like the meetings were really positive. You know, in the end, it's about, like, money, I think they're offered. And I think with the Ravens, you know, you got to get, I think Lamar's going to be there this year. That's what it seems like. But, like, you don't know what's going to happen. So if you're a receiver, you decide with Baltimore, like, are you 100% sure Lamar's there? So I think there's some questions there. But I think the meetings were pretty positive.
Hell yeah. All right. That's good news. I'm hoping to hear that Odell Beckham Jr. is going to a team that we love.
They both have strained up.
Because I can't wait to see him back out there. It looks like, hey.
Yeah, but I got 39
Sounds like
on
you're
that
the place to be.
Yeah, nothing's been rolled on it either.
Friday, you know, we got a weather-aware Friday happening here.
So this is what I did. Pull strained off of this gun.
Sounds like that was not the case.
Doesn't seem like I'm using this. Oh, I can't pull it because it's fucking open. God dang it. So yeah, all right. So that idea is that. I'm gonna pull it off just in case I wanted to put it back on this one. I could, but I kind of like the idea of getting 10% crit hit damage for every 0.5 seconds you are firing, because I can fire 39. Like that's a lot. I can fire for a while, but what was Rifleman here?
All right. See you, Booze Bag. Have a great day. We appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen. Ian Rapport. It's fun actually overheated. Yep. Too much fun. Mm-hmm. What a joke.
That's sure.
He's living, dude. Chill.
What was the Rifleman one? Hold on, I gotta look at the Rifleman. I already extracted it, right? It's in my library. Hold on.
Glasses, WrestleMania.
Who's that little guy? Whoa! I assume some people said that. Sorry.
Landing headshots adds a stack bonus of 10% damage for 5 seconds. Max stack 5. Additional headshots refresh the duration. So you basically are landing headshots. The other one just, I think, gives me damage for every 0.5 on fire. I'm going to leave that there for now. I'm not going to fuck with it. I'm not going to fuck with it. I'm not fucking with it, dog.
He's always calling them
not
from
gonna
that
fuck with it.
Dungeon.
I think this is what I need. I need shotgun still, so I can optimize this little dirty
You
dog.
don't know what he does.
This little dirty animal.
There is a chance allegedly.
Optimize this little dirty animal
does
too.
go down there and ball.
Yeah, I want to keep popping that crit chance up on that guy, dude. Okay. I can get that shit up to 8 and then 9.
So he does his TV hits from that basement. He does the calls with us from there. I think he lives in there. I think there's a. So the fact that he has an opportunity to go down to BTs.
Alright, so then LMG's looking good.
Did we learn anything? No, he said.
Yeah, this one's already maxed, right? Where's the red one? Yeah, maxed.
Stefanski said, O's here?
Yeah, that's a big deal.
That is a big deal.
Because he was happy. First of all, Rappaport.
Let's look at this. Super close on a couple of these SMGs, right? Yeah, like these are stupid close, but I don't like this one as much as I like the other one. Where's the other vector?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, up here.
How cool do you think Rap felt?
This thing is maxed already. Okay, alright. We're good. See, that's why I like it. And I got the killer talent on it, bruh. You buy out your fucking girls.
And Pacino.
Oh, yeah. I know he's tight.
Yeah, this is the one I want to.
I mean, how do you make that?
I can max that out, that top stat.
Jay, Pacino.
Get that maxed out, that gun's done. That gun be dead.
That's fourth person in the video.
Maxed out gun.
That's not.
Fucking young bitch,
Good guy Fieri.
Well, when you're Rocky,
Italian, he said that?
Yeah, you're allowed to say whatever you want whenever you're Rocky. I saw this video on the internet yesterday. Actually, it was sent into our group. Somebody else saw it on the internet. I watched it.
Yep.
Jay Glazer's fucking in there.
Yeah, he had a great week.
Yeah, Zito just said in my ear that video, potentially from 3-4
I was going to say, I do remember
that. That's pre-COVID video?
I believe so.
Whoa.
They're doing like a documentary or something. Yeah, big launch party.
All right, let's start talking about some stuff that's here it is. This is from the mayor of Guy Fieri, Mayor Flavor Time.
Is Al Pacino have braids?
The great Al Pacino to the great Guy Fieri. He's going to make some great food today.
Jay.
Yes.
Jay. What's going on?
Tell me
Here he is. Guy, look who it is.
What's going on back here? Guy Fieri's in the fucking kitchen. Hell yeah.
Where's the fat donkey sauce?
It's back there. He's always hungry.
Of course.
Guy Fieri kept school there.
Did?
Didn't he?
Oh, yeah. He's a star.
He had salt and stuff on his hands because he just got done, beating up steak sauce. And then he said, "Hey, sir, I wish I had clean hands when I get to shake your hand out. We never washed his hand again, but I got donkey sauce and stuff on. Lick my fingers." Fucking shout out Guy Fieri and Jay Glazer hanging out with Sly Stallone and Pacino 4 years ago.
Unbelievable.
Thought that was from this week, obviously. Let's move along. Belichick earlier this week said one of the most savage things we've heard in a long time from Bill Belichick. Mostly Bill Belichick's known for being an absolutely miserable prick to the
Sure, yes.
Okay? Win, miserable. Lose, certainly more miserable. Give him nothing, fuck them all. Has been his mindset towards the media at his press conferences for his entirety of his career as a New England Patriot.
Give him nothing, fuck them all.
I do not know what he's like when he was with the Giants or the Browns, but we do know that since becoming the greatest coach and greatest GM of all time, he has certainly handled the media in one particular way, and that is a game.
Yeah.
You were saying something. I'm answering your question and saying literally nothing to you. And if
That's how it felt like Katie Blackburn is.
Visibly be pissed off.
Fucking A, bro.
And move along.
It's like, well, of course we're talking about that. And of course we're going to come to discussions and come to conclusions.
So whenever he kind of uses
And I think everyone will feel good afterwards after we talk about it. Like, the way she talks, bro, is crazy.
Hey, Patriots fans.
She talks like she's been to fucking school for that shit.
Oh, I don't know. The last 20
When she, like, literally, like, memorized the line throw for the test.
It was sweet. Now he has gone on to a radio station.
I mean, good for her. That proves that she can do shit, but, like, bro, she just bullshitted around that entire combo.
That's not the message to the team.
It's crazy, yo.
Belichick built the Boston Globe at Louisiana State's Pro Day. We have never operated that way in art now. I love that.
These boys are so fucked right here, like this guy right now. Oh, yeah, look at that. See that? We're just going to put this away. We ain't worried about fire. You want to get fucked? You trying to get fucked, my man? Come here. Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and fuck you, too. You go, oh, yeah, buddy. Oh, we got some more? Oh, you coming at your boy? I don't think so. Bitch. Bitch. Don't play that shit. I'm not even rocking a shield right now. I'm just like, you know what? Just pull that whiner out on me. Let me just pull out this whiner. Bitch, get the fuck out of my face.
For a lot of other teams, Fox has been saying for years now.
Give me that. We gotta access a computer, something stupid. Way back here.
For most teams,
they're like, hey man, we're fucking, you're breathing up. I know, I'm over here smelling fucking Debo's fart over here. Fuck.
Like what you were asking if they'll ever win again, they're probably going to the next.
Smelling Debo ass right now.
Well, yeah, but look, I mean, look around. No teams in this room or area is going to win the Super Bowl in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, we just got Brandon at Coach Show. Guys young, could live forever.
Yeah, exactly. So 20.
Jordan love to be a guy for the next 20 years.
Yeah, he could, but they'll probably fuck that up in the line.
Nah, you talking about ours?
I'm talking about basically everybody.
Oh, okay, yeah, probably.
Yeah, there's a massive chance. So, like, I don't know if it'll ever be the Super Bowl or bust again, because that's not what it is now. And that's why what Belichick said I love. Because, yeah, like, I have lived a football life. Like AFC championships and Super Bowls. Like, after that, yeah, there is going to be a little drop off. No, I don't think
Yes. Just He doesn't have to be on camera.
I know, he probably has one.
But he might not. You see the way he walks out to those.
Yeah, he has a mirror that's like small, like Matthew McConaughey in True Detective with the eye in it.
Why does he have that?
Look himself in the eyes and know that he's still alive. No, and if he is brushing his teeth, taking a moment, it's not about the shit before. It's about like, who am I going to draft in the 5th round this year? Like, what pick?
Yeah, but aren't you worried? Maybe it's something like that.
No, it's something. No.
How old are you? 70.
I was 72. Yeah, it's going to be by the game.
I gotta stay in this fucking circle. I forgot about that.
The Last of Us. What if The Last of Us captured him? Like, what was something that happened a year ago whenever he decided to hire a defensive guy as his offensive coordinator? What was the show? Tiger King.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Did something get him where he got to, can't finish on football? Who do you want as offensive coordinator? Who's watching this game with me? Oh, Matt is. You're a fucking offensive coordinator. Is that what's happening behind the scenes? Are we worried about that at all?
No, not at all.
I'm not saying that's happening. I'm just asking questions that I think
They're
need to be asked in good sports media journalism.
Yeah, there's a situation where maybe there's but when you listen to like what Barty talk about Bill Belichick and people who are around him and how he loves it and he's happier than ever happy about it. So maybe it's like football but like the players when they talk about it, that 25 years ago, a lot of the former players Asante Samuel, they get out there like, this is not Belichick. Like, he said 25 years, that lasts.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not like
this is a very. What if he's branded? What if he is a human now?
Yeah.
What if he's becoming human? Does that not scare you a little bit? I think it scares me if I'm a Patriots fan. It's like I'm happy for Bill. Mm-hmm. I was like, look, you see Tom on that beach?
Oh my God, having a great time. Yeah.
Have you seen what Peyton's done since he's been retired?
That's a good time.
Like these guys, I think they get scared to death of retirement. They get very, very worried. I think we saw it happen with Aaron.
Yeah.
I think Aaron was even going through it a couple different times because all they've known their entire lives, especially these people there at the top, he came up through the Navy football academy. Yeah. His dad was the coach there. He's been in football for all you know is just this forever.
Yeah.
And it's been very good to you. It's treated you very well. Your legacy is great. Everybody will talk about you forever. You're normally rather wealthy. You have everything set up for you. Bang, the game is the reason for all this. So stepping away from it is a very difficult decision. Steve Young did an entire special with ESPN this year about basically feeling as if you fall to the bottom of a cliff and nobody cares that you're down there. Battered. Yeah, battered. And you just kind of got to pick yourself up and figure out a way to kind of get up there. So that mental obstacle or fear that a lot of guys have whenever they think about disappearance. I think a lot of guys have a late with modern technology. There's a way to still make money off the knowledge people network or do something like that. I think the modern state where everybody's story seems to matter. I think guys are kind of less having a fear, like stepping away from the game. I think there's less fear of that particular thing. Some people find I feel like that fear continue to live in the football world somehow and do their thing, make a living for their family and be a success story. So it's like you see these guys that are at the top, retired, the fuck out of their life. There's an Irish at some point, 72, who's accomplished everything. Potentially looks around and goes, this boat that I ride on 3 days a year, and they record every single moment I'm on this thing and put it out there as if I've ever lived a life, which I certainly haven't. Maybe I do want to just go on like a month where I just kind of enjoy my life and kind of do something else. I wonder if that's ever going to happen for Bill Belichick. And when you hear him say, like, the last 25 years, it's almost like we saw him wear that top hat a couple years back and those other stuff. It's like, I wonder if Bill Belichick will use that competitive edge. Because it's not easy to keep those juices. The competitive juices of just wanting to wake up earlier than everybody else, wanting to watch more tape than everybody else, wanting to grind more than everybody else. Like, that's all your competitive juices. Like, that is what that is. I'm not going to lose because I'm going to outwork everybody. And if I don't outwork everybody, somebody else will beat me. Like, that's the people that are at the top of fucking everything. It's a competitive juice level is absurd. That is exhausting, though. Yeah. At some point, you would think that this human would lose that, but I guess there's a chance that he just never does as well, and that's just who Bill Belichick is. But when he says, like, yeah, the last 25 years, I think to myself, oh, Bill Belichick has looked back on maybe what he has accomplished, which is good. Like, I think he should at least enjoy what he has created a little bit post-football, as opposed to being a guy that everybody has to hate. You know, have to hate this guy. It's like, yo, we just watched the greatest fucking run of a coach and a GM that this league is ever going to see. I wonder if he's getting to the point where he's starting to kind of appreciate it, maybe step away, but who knows, he might just be a robot till the day he dies.
Well, I think with him, like, you can see why it might scare you, because the reality, like, a lot of these guys who are retiring, like, you still have half your life ahead of you, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, you've been in it, and, like, it's obviously a jarring change when you go from knowing what to expect every single day when you're playing, but it's like a lot of times when you're retiring, it's 40. It's like, okay, now I'm officially in the next phase of my life. Like, I can bank
these high-end guys.
Yeah, these high-end guys. I can bank on what I've done, and I can still make money off my name and I can enjoy my family and do all this stuff that I could never do. Like, 3/4 of Bill's life's behind him. You know, it's like... And
72.
Yeah, and it's not like it would happen, but you hear all the time of these guys, and again, he's in, like, great physical shape, and his mind is obviously very... But you hear of a lot of these guys who it's like, you know, how long has he been coaching? 50-some years. It's like when they're done, like, they get, all of a sudden they get sick and they die not too long after, because it's just like, yeah, exactly. And he was older, but like you do hear it. It's like you put everything on every part of doing what he does, and then you retire, and it's like, oh, I don't have half of my life left. It's like I'm in the last chapter here. Like, now, how do I deal with this?
Yeah, we hope he gets to enjoy it. Right? Yeah. That's all I hope, and I hope he's still enjoying it. But I do like thinking that he maybe next golfer, because he doesn't back on the back half of success. That means that he has some of it. I think we've seen more in documentaries and conversations, right? Successful and why they've been successful. But I like the thought of him having a cigar, gracefully, with somebody, getting a little too, not just nice buzz, we fucking killed everybody. Yeah, for like 20 years. Yeah, we just murdered, and then a friend going like, and then like breaking down stats, like that human moment, I feel like potentially has happened, and that's why in his mind when that question was asked, I fast like that. I mean, my entire existence has been great. Yeah, it's interesting thing because the NFL's gonna miss him if he's ever gone, which feels like that. Yeah, like the guys who retire, like the family thing with the mountain thing. I guess the whole entire father or something, but he spends damn near every day with his sons. Could you imagine just like at 72 machine he could still, not that he would want to do this. Like he can still go to like backpack tours or like Europe. Sure. You can live. Like you can, I don't want to say stop nothing. I don't want to say like all of that stuff, but like this dude's entire life has been ball. Yes. I wouldn't blame him if he starts losing the... He'll probably be a lot healthier too, right? I don't know, because that schedule might keep him... Yeah. The schedule might keep him in shape. Like, I think, remember, he was under the squat rack down there in fucking Miami. So... Philly. They're trying to get hurt. I'm sorry. But he'll be the all-time ones record. How many more games are you talking about? I want to say 43. Still have that 10 years. Yeah. Well, let's see about that. Don't you think it's more likely, though, that instead of like backpacking or doing any of that bullshit, like when he's done with the Patriots, he'll go be like a special advisor or a special assistant for Navy? Like he'll still be around, you know, like he'll do something like that, I think. Like I don't know. Also, like a Fortune 50 company. Well, that could be, definitely. But I think whatever he does, like, football will be involved. Imagine walking into a board of, like, just think of Succession, walking into a board, he plays of importance, serving matters, and some places, other places, unless it doesn't. Unless it doesn't, you know, imagine walking into one of those boardrooms, and fucking Bill Belichick is just one of the members of the board, you're giving the pitch, you're doing that, or whatever. Like, this is awesome. Of course you're doing this. It's the right play. You'll be able to scratch the itch of utilizing his brain somehow. 298 career wins. Don Shula 328. George Callis 318. Yeah, well, I don't think this is including playoffs because he passed George Hallis last year. What a big joke that is. Adam Vinatieri, none of his playoff points counted against points scored. So when he was like, most points scored in the history of the NFL, it's like, actually 2 years later.
Yeah.
Oh, the most important points don't count. The most important wins
makes sense.
Don't count. That certainly that makes a lot of sense. I guess that is the because I think there was 13 straight years when Terry was in the playoffs.
Taking field goals.
Yeah, then
Crushed. Yeah, probably 2001 till 2000. Or probably
10 years, 11 years in the playoffs, deep in the playoffs.
Yeah, playing at least like 3 games every single time.
Yeah, so you obviously won 3 Super Bowls with the Patriots. Yep. 1 Super Bowl with the Colts.
Mm-hmm. Played in another with the Colts.
Played in another with the Patriots.
Yep. Bunch of AFC championships.
Let's just think about, every year it's at least an AFC championship pretty much. Think about how many games that is. That they just didn't
count. 3 whole seasons.
Yeah, they add that in there. Just didn't count towards the points. Here are the top 10 winningest coaches. Don Shula, 347. Bill Belichick, 329. Okay. Yeah. 31 playoff wins in those 2 seasons. Hilarious.
Yeah, unbelievable.
That's not just games played. He has 2 seasons of playoff wins. Not even.
The great
This shit taking forever to die.
Almost be refreshing overall.
Yes.
How could you not be Travis Kelce, looking at the coach's photo, okay, circulating the internet, it's being captioned like, watching Travis Kelce look at the annual coach's photo, he's literally the greatest thing of all time. I'm like, God damn it, I hate whenever social media people make this as the caption, because you're setting Travis Kelce up to not look good. Like, that's a tough expectation. That's a tough narrative going into a video, and we are massive Travis Kelce fans. Then watch it, fucking caption was right. So good. It is fantastic. Him not knowing coaches that he's played against numerous times
in his own division.
He's just having no idea in the way he goes about explaining. And then his brother, his own kid, laughing in his face. It was magic. It was absolutely magic. Those annual photos provide great context and everything like that. It providing us with Travis Kelce roasting numerous NFL head coaches is maybe its greatest gift. So I hope they keep doing that. And big shout out to Trey. He crushed on Saturday Night Live. Crushed on the field. Obviously won another Super Bowl. New Heights is fucking fantastic.
So good.
And him not having a fucking clue who his head coaches were, talk to him. I fucking love everybody. But there's not injuries that
Right. Damn.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's just crazy how, 10 years ago people were talking about Andy.
Because I got to get a kill, and I probably chose the hardest guy to fuck up first. I should have chose somebody else.
Probably not going to catch.
And then I would have been fine.
Andy Reid could end his career with 5 or 6 Super Bowls.
That's
that
exactly
just
what that
changed the narrative. Like, is he, 1A, 1B with Belichick for the greatest coach of all time?
What if Andy Reid is asked a question similar to that?
Good.
That was awesome. What if he was asked? Hey, it's something that fans should hear about this year. He says the Bill Belichick quote. I mean, that would be a fantastic thing. He's in the same company as them, which is a wild change of narrative where it's always been different fuck shit about he can get there and could win. Yeah, he can get there and could win.
Explode early every year with play calling and stuff like that.
Andy Reid season was a real thing.
Oh, yeah.
He seemingly did have to be. Then he found his match with Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that offense just made them so damn dynamic and entertaining to watch. He's Andy Reid, full baby face for everything he's done with football alongside Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, we're now. We'll see the fans that have to do it.
I don't know, they're doing that ring around Rosie play.
Oh, yeah. They'll continue. When I say they're going down, I mean, it's for people when it's all said and done. That is going to happen.
Yeah, but the only people doing that argument was when Tom Brady left. When Tom Brady left, it was like, who's going to do it? Who's going to do that? I think now any sane person is like, hated each other, you know, like that entire thing.
It'll also be interesting.
You don't think so? That's not happening?
I think that's how we think. I think there's a lot of people who will say otherwise.
I wonder if they would get to the point where people hate the Chiefs like they did the Patriots. Because, like, Mahomes is so likable, Andy Reid's so likable, Kelsey is. Like, I wonder if people will have the same resentment towards the Chiefs that they did the Patriots and, you know, like all the Lakers, like all these teams who win all these championships. Because it's just different. Like, kind of just so likable that I feel like even now they've won and kind of been there, and people don't hate them yet, you know?
Jackson was trying his best there. For sure. Not right back into it, but
for sure.
The Pittsburgh Steelers
yeah, outside of like the four like AFC North rivalries, I think every other fan base like at least respects them.
Yeah, it could have Pittsburgh.
Well, now you get so much practice. So much easier.
And also, Patrick Mahomes mic'd up.
Oh, yeah.
On Netflix, right?
Yeah.
On Netflix, Omaha and NFL Films. I believe Patrick Mahomes mic'd up. Is it all public? I don't know what's all public. Everything's public. Okay. So, I have heard, my source have told me that this is going to be phenomenal. Like the amount of access that was given by Mahomes, Cousins, and Mariota, kind of how the storylines went, where they were with them. Plus, there's, you know, maybe a quarterback mind potentially piecing this whole thing together, so understands like what can be given away, what can't be given away, what can be asked, what can't be asked, what can be shown, what can't be shown. So it's like I've been told that this is going to be like remarkable, and the more you learn about somebody, the more you tend to respect and appreciate and understand that person, the more you're going to like them. And I think that with Patrick Mahomes, to your point about the mic'd up with Josh Allen and everything like that, I think we're going to learn even more about him. And this is just at this stage of his career.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going to happen going forward, about why he does what he does, how he goes about doing what he does, his family, what his kids. I think whenever you learn about people, you're less likely to kill people. So back in the day when people were on these dynastic runs, the only thing people were really known for were all their flaws and also making them miserable by beating their fucking team. Yes. Now it's like, yeah, I'm miserable beating the team, but pretty relatable human here that's doing this. It's just kind of a different world of whether or not you like to don't like somebody. So I think there's a chance back to us could remain babyface for a long, long time, I think. But how many times can you steal the soul on stage and still be like that? Would be the big piece of information that we're going to find.
Yeah, because you just assume, you know, like he was watching sports. Like eventually, like if he, like I love that. I love watching him. I don't think I'll ever stop watching him play. But if he has 7 Super Bowl rings, you know, 10 years from now, yeah,
Exactly.
That's just the way it works. So
PMI mid. Patrick Mahomes and Chiefs for
dude, I mean, I think that I could get to the point where I don't like Patrick Mahomes.
You don't like him? What is your deal? You're not a hater? I didn't know that.
I'm not a hater per se, but like
Dad works in the division.
Dad works in the division. Dad used to work for the Chiefs, like before Patrick Mahomes. So I'm kind of a jealous hater here, but.
Andy Reid came in, run his own.
Mahomes.
Now, I'm thankful that he did that. Right. Now, he had no agent at the time, and I believe he did come to that with both special teams. There was conversations I had. Why is this but I just want to tell them, well, I do believe coming in after the full spectrum of Sean McVay's career, what do you think? You think he'd become better for us, got better than you, obviously. But we can see how personal bias could lead you to not like maybe a team or a situational organization. That's just
yeah, for sure. The 7th definitely has the AFC. New England, we talked about New England, when they big down, Flacco, Orange was that. But after that, like, it was anything. Now there's,
you know why they hate it? No. Because everybody knows that they're going to catch it to Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
I think like that is, but the AFC very much understands he's got a big bad woman. And it is the next generation of it. He's got to get free. I feel like the AFC, you know, I guess I want to say nobody's like, but no, yeah. Not that the NFC doesn't have to as well. I mean, everybody's trying to win a Super Bowl, but I think that is like the start to that Joe Burrow. And then Josh Allen comes into his and then Lamar Jackson's an MVP. It's like, oh, I don't think Sean Payton, we don't know him that well. He said in his conversation with his radio row, he does have a lot of similar opinions to me. Yeah, talking about sport. It was like, okay, so I feel like I know, I kind of get where Sean Payton's coming from. Don't know him personally. I don't think he'll allow this. No. Like if Russell sucks like he did last year, or whatever it is, and he told me you're going to ask. I think like I think Sean will. You know what I mean?
They brought in Jared Stidham. They're going to just have him watch just in case.
And if Stidham ain't the guy, I don't think Sean is.
You go buy him like draft a guy in the third round.
I think Sean has the ball. Not that Hackett didn't, but seemingly Hackett didn't. I think Sean Payton has the resume, and during his negotiations and conversations, like, hey, if this doesn't work for one reason, they're going to give everything they can to Russell to make it work. They're paying him $180 million. They are certainly going to try to make it work. I think Sean Payton will not allow it to. I think they are going to be. I think they're going to be a good fucking team. Yeah. I think the Broncos are going to be a great team with Sean Payton. I think Russell Wilson's going to have to bounce back here, obviously. I think Sean's going to force him to. I think he's going to hold him accountable. And Russ doesn't want everybody to think the same way. He's not that is a terrible. He gets a brand new offense yet again. They're going to have to learn his third one in like 3 years or whatever. Not going to be easy. Jimmy G knows that offense, right?
Already,
And they got Devontae Adams still. Lose Darren Waller because McDaniel said, hey, the wedding's at 45, 68, whatever, right before it happened with him. And that's allegedly, reportedly, a piece of why he got traded to the opposite side of the country. Even though his wife plays for the Las Vegas Aces, in Las Vegas, the same place as the Raiders, and he just got married. So don't that seemingly, personally not good, right? But turns out personally was good. Payton didn't get out of this building with this guy. Seemingly, how it's being reported, Darren Waller and McDaniel's not getting along. They got Josh Jacobs back on a franchise tag. He led the NFL rushing. Defense, they got people. It's like, hey, the AFC's awesome.
Well, every division side.
Texas South dogs.
No. Really the opposite. But every division feels like that's legit.
All right, let's get to a break. Another bad first hour of conversation. Let's go. Me and my man comes in. I actually, the Hawks fucking stinks. I wanted it to go across the play.
How in the fuck, bro? It didn't. I hit the fucking button. It didn't pull it out. It did not pull the fucking shield out. And I don't understand how the dude takes like a fucking million shots to the fucking head when he's a goddamn fucking purple. He's not even fucking strong. Sat there and fucking took a million hits to the head like, fuck, where are the shots at? Not fucking registering? Fuck, man. Now I gotta fucking pay some road fucking tax? Fuck! Fucking pissed right now.
Is that Tinder? That's just I knew you'd cry, baby. My actual life. Like my dad coaches in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes is terrorizing the NFL, basically terrorizing my dad. I have to sit there and just watch it, and just be like, okay, this dude's the best fucking football player ever. I grew up just loving fucking football. He does everything awesome. I have to watch him and cheer against him. This sucks.
It's a different vibe. And LeBron's just been there for you.
Right. Yeah, like that just shows been my go-to guy.
I understand.
You get a message from the good?
Oh, yeah.
Looks like I got both of them suck.
That's a real problem.
What's that when you want to go?
Let me see.
It's Dad.
Do that. What's that noise?
Pretty nice house out there.
Yeah. Couple. It's 16 days on the lake.
That's movie noise.
Bingo. Just like the 3 days we talked about Belichick. That is... I get 3 days out here, and we film the whole thing.
Yeah,
And then we drop it through the summer so people think I'm out here all the time. The other coaches have no idea. I'm not out there. It's season schedule all fucking year.
So last night I put on Tomb Raider is what I fell asleep to, but what was on TV? Like some weird shit that you don't know?
It was weird, dude. I didn't even look to see.
Oh, okay. I was like something that we knew or something.
No.
You backed up Johnny Unitas. Still coaching the NFL.
Just sounded insane. He just signed another contract.
Yeah, it says it's ready.
He just fucking goes to football.
Well, he's quick and goes to work.
Wakes up,
And then when I get back, it's going to be feeding time, but, you know, she wakes up fussy, but when I get back, it's feeding time.
That's how he talks. Forbes shows up.
When's the last time you changed her?
Committed completely to football.
Yes.
This is it.
Full beat.
They allow me to do it, so I do it.
Why not?
Thank you for your service, audience.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Let's get to a break. Mitt, your mock draft will be coming up in the next hour or two. Can't wait for your delivery of that. We have JC Treader joining us in about 10 minutes, and AJ Hawk joins us in 5 minutes. Holy hell. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. Take fight!
When was the last time you changed her?
I just did.
Okay.
Like, 10 minutes ago. She fell back asleep.
Football. What is it about this spectacular game that we all love? The passing, the running, the hitting, the kicking, the stealing, the drama, the athleticism?
Right here, big up.
I think it's a combination of all those things, but I believe it all boils down to this. The competition level is fucking awesome. For the win with 2 seconds left. A finger can literally be the difference between a W and an L. It's what makes football wildly fun to watch and in turn wildly fun to bet on, but I digress. The reason I'm doing this segment every week is to hopefully grow the respect for the game and give love to the players who make all of this shit happen. Not just their skill and their amazing playmaking ability.
What I really like is the finish, man. Not a lot of guys can ever make that 6 points.
This will be all about respecting these guys' big fucking brains.
Alright, come on. You gotta hurry.
Go, boy, cool. Smart, like Tucker.
You gotta be smart.
We can't do that.
Coaches usually get all of the credit in this beautiful minds of football space, but I want to shine a light on the players' brains.
Go do this thing, baby. Let's go.
Stuff like Mahomes and Kelsey cooking up a last-second drive in one of the best playoff games of all time.
Play it like that, that thing is over. Let's walk it up. He's rushing over. Mahomes throws. Kelsey going inside the point.
And stuff like this, all from week 1. How about scaring Tanner McLaurin, recognizing the corner is playing lazy cover 2 technique all game, telling everyone and their mother about it.
Let's run by that dude, bro. It's cover 2, bro. They're playing so lazy. They're playing lazy over all day.
In the 4th quarter, when it matters, Carson Wentz gets carried behind that lazy cover 2 corner. Taking a shot down the field. That's big brain football. How about Sunday night in Dallas? Tom Brady asking Mike Evans, Evans calling
Silly. Come on, let's go.
He knows the man across from him and knows how to beat him.
I slapped him so hard. Go ahead, Ryan. Watch me see it. I slapped him.
That's some beautiful, big brain football.
Hard to beat the air. Mike Evans.
Which brings us to our main feature this week, Josh Allen. He doesn't just have a big arm. He doesn't just have big cojones. He has a big old brain, too.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Up 14 against the world champs. 3rd and 4. He's across the line from a man who called him trash just 4 years ago. Allen knows that particular man needs to keep himself a big brain player trying to gain an advantage. With eyes more on the quarterback and less on the receivers.
This thing you ain't gonna know about people. So Brian is literally looking, not even worried about you on the trips.
Allen knows Jalen Ramsey loves sitting on runs, especially on 3rd and 4. The bunny down. So he tells his guy, Mr. Minneapolis Miracle himself, Stephon Diggs, hey dude, don't run the cold route. Just go deep.
Can you take us through the touchdowns, what you saw in that play?
Josh told me just run.
Allen's hunch that 5 would peak and Diggs could get behind him paid off like a same-game parlay.
Their corners were really looking at the quarterback, and Diggs just ran a heck of a route.
Zone cover, Jalen Ramsey was trying to read the eyes of Josh Allen and let Diggs go past him, and Josh Allen soars it over Ramsey's head.
The look on Josh's face when he runs up on Ramsey is quite a, what was that, pal? Moment. I'm sure he's saying something like, I knew you would do the exact thing you just did, so I told my guy to adjust, and we beat your ass. That's not trash, Jalen. That's not a garbage pick. No, that's big brain football.
Look at all the Eagles work.
I hang my hat on as a player that he got that dog.
Let me tell a tale about this little blue can. Inside there's an nectar love from here to Japan. It's a vibe, it's a time, ice cold overtime. So sublime, this shit is divine. It's the beer of choice when you wanna rejoice. Hey yo boys, what's the noise? Hey yo boys, what's the noise? Well, have made it a fish. We bring the stoogery, they bring the fish. Feels like a genie just granted us a wish. Cause for all of us, it was love at first hit. Now be a bud, tell a bud, grab some Bud Lights. Go and Drizzy knows what, $5 off tonight. Go and Drizzy knows what, $5 off tonight. Cause if you're living life right, and you're drinking Bud Light, and you wake up in the morning and you fight the good fight, then you're doing A-okay, doing A-okay. Matter of fact, you're doing great no matter what they say. Now, eat a bud, tell a bud, and grab some Bud Lights. Go and drink some Cody's wine, $5 off tonight. $5 off tonight. Let's go to the phones. Let's go to Dan in Connecticut. Lovely place here on the 590 phone line. What's going on, Dano?
Oh, what's up, Pat McAfee?
Dan, you are too young to listen to this show. I can tell through, I think, how old
I'm not Dan, I am Owen.
Owen, how old are you?
I am 8.5.
You're telling us you're half age or too young to be listening.
Wait. What's on your mind, pal? What do you want to talk about, Owen?
I want to talk about how inspiring this show is, and how you're inspiring this whole entire world with how you're talking about sports, and how you're talking about your life experience.
Thank you, Owen.
Owen, thank you.
Love you, Owen.
Owen, I'm taking your
And also, fuck Boston College.
I will let Owen know, if you're still listening, Owen, you're inspiring.
Best kid ever.
Owen, the way you talk about sports is inspiring. Yeah. I didn't know 8.5 could do that. Wow. Shout out, Owen.
That's hard.
Go, Owen.
Hey, Owen. New generation in Connecticut, I guess.
He's making me feel good, too, by the way. He's making me feel good, making the show feel good. He was talking us up. He was hyping us up, and then boom. Yeah. A little,
Is this Aristotle brother?
A little misdirection from Aristotle's brother. Owen, 8.5 there. That was awesome.
I'd say he put his balls in your forehead, but I don't think they dropped yet. So.
Right. Let's go. The fact that you listen, we're very, very thankful. AJ, your sister makes me your toxicity about your God damn it! What the fuck are you doing? Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this glorious Feel Good Friday, March 31st, 2023. Hour 2 starts now. Feel Good Friday is what we're having over here. We do not know how the weather is where you are, but we hope you are excited for a fantastic Final Four weekend and WrestleMania weekend and everything that's going on. We hope you are fantastic. Thank you so much for watching every afternoon, morning, or evening with us, wherever you are on the globe. We are so incredibly lucky to be here. We are a great group of humans today. The Toxic Kid was here, at Boston Connor, at Ty Schmidt, and a man who is the a producer of the show, Hammer Don. BMI Mitz. Mitt, known Patrick Mahomes hater. Also, man, they'll be answering your phone calls on the 5 Energy phone line. 1-833-432-3663. That's 1-833-4-DODO. Mitt, when you answer that thing, what do you say?
I answer it and I say, thanks for calling Pat McAfee's show. You're talking to Mitt. How you doing? And then it's usually, all right, what's your name? Where you calling from? And then you got a question or comment.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
Well done to keep moving.
I like that you have the good energy because that's a big deal. We had some people answer our phones at another place that were not our people. Hello? What? Yeah, what's your name? Okay, I'm like, that was my mom trying to call in.
What the hell?
Okay, I don't know this person. These people are willingly wanting to call into this program and be a part of this program and get through on the 5 Energy phone line. I was a kid that called into radio shows. I was a person that called in hoping to get on there, and when the moment arises, you fucking dominate it. So shout out to you, Mitt, being a great guy on those phones.
Shout out to the callers. Just bring the juice.
That's right. Bring the juice. That's all we need. That's all we're looking for. Mitt will be going to answer phones right now. A man who's in an attic in Ohio will be joining us at this exact moment.
Ooh.
He's college football national champion.
Right.
A Super Bowl champion,
right.
A Ryder Cup champion,
right.
A video game community shitster and pundit,
right.
An NBA pundit,
right.
Father of 10,
right.
But he's not Amish.
What? No.
COVID survivor, AJ. AJ, what's going on with me? Is that what you're going to say? I assume.
What? What happened with me?
Exactly. I didn't know what you had picked up from the show so far today that you just kind of wanted to introduce back into the conversation. Great to see you. You look great. Happy Feel Good Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to be here. I saw the she looks so cool out there at the Vegas pool. What's he doing?
No, it was a Miami pool.
Yeah,
he's taking a couple of days off. He said free agency was tough. League meetings happened, and he's just going to take a day, which we hope everybody will do, especially if they need it. He was very cool. Told us basically nothing, other than the fact that Kevin Stefanski said, O's here, when talking about Odell Beckham Jr., and went over and dapped him up. That means Stefanski and Odell Beckham Jr. always is good.
Yep, always.
Which is good news for any team that could potentially pick up Odell Beckham Jr., because there's some people that try to spin the narrative like, this team's good. Everybody that we have heard from that has ever met Odell, other than those people on the plane, I guess.
Yeah, just those people.
The people on the plane, I guess, were the only people. Everybody else that has ever met him fucking loves him and loves him being on the team. And the last time he played football, he was very good. That was a long time ago, obviously, in the Super Bowl last year. But he's going to be able to contribute to a team. Hopefully that'll happen soon. That's really all we learned. Did you hear anything from Rappaport that we might have missed?
No, not really. I mean,
what's his deal?
Odell. Where's Odell going though? Honestly, what did Rap Sheet say? I didn't see that one.
He's saying he was there with Sala and Joe's there, and he talked to his Ravens.
Yeah, it's 15 a year. Is that correct? I saw that out there.
You're not touching that with your phone, man. He's talking about Minnesota. Let's get in Miami. That's great, actually, in the middle of.
He's not drinking yet, though, right? He's not drinking yet.
It looks like.
Is that some kind of insect? It's some sort of garnish, probably. Looks like a pineapple.
We'll call him. We'll find out what that is. Joining us now is a man that a very important role in the entire thing that is the NFL. He's the president of the NFLPA, player president of the NFLPA. Incredible offensive lineman.
Hell yeah.
Currently a free agent. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Treader. No, you're retired. That neck is still fit. Are you a free agent?
I'm down 60 pounds. Unless somebody's looking for a slow block to play at, I'll come back.
Okay, all right, congrats. Yeah. Congrats. Was this the play all along, or is it going to be the ladies like Morgan?
Alan Faneca and Mark Leander.
Yeah,
Mark 43 off you're talking, right?
Yeah, we did the McDonald's thing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Anyways, was this the plan all along? Are you like doing the Peloton? How'd you lose all the weight now?
Yeah, it was really hard to stay at 300 pounds. So once I didn't have to eat all the time, it was pretty easy, which wasn't, I lost all my weight during my wife's third trimester, which wasn't the best timing to be, shedding a bunch of weight. So it was definitely a battle in the household there, but luckily everything's well. And feeling good, knees are feeling a lot better. Feels good now to be here in Boston.
And man that's currently in a trouble next to their house. Congratulations to you and Brian. And this is my first time experiencing this whole thing. I'm happy that it wasn't, I'm happy that it wasn't. What an insane thing, isn't it? I mean, it has been, I don't know how many babies you have. It is craziness what's going on in my life, inside my life.
Yeah, I got two. But that's through now twice. It is wild.
It is.
And that the hospital room intense feels very weird, especially somebody who feels like they're in control most of the time, to really be completely helpless and have no idea what you're supposed to be doing. Very weird position.
Okay, now I haven't been to that stage of life yet, but pretty excited to figure it out and experience it. I can't wait to meet her. Let's talk about your world as NFL community president. One thing that we can chat about, I think the top one that needs to be highlighted is a decision that you or somebody else made and said, you know what, we want the players to look good. We'd like us to feel obligated to maybe invest a little bit in their team.
Fuck those roads. Let's go. Just put a fucking goddamn dick in their throat, and then I coated those dudes, boys. Let's go.
Going to make the entire NFL better, which is what we always have to remember with this type of thing.
Yeah, we talked about this at rep meeting from as far back as like the year 2000. It's always been talked about that we should do something like this, and it came up 2 years ago at rep meeting, where a few more guys said, like, man, it would be valuable to know what goes on at each facility. That way we can make educated decisions. So this past year I had a little more time on my hands without playing football. So I figured this would be the year to do it and try and figure out the best way to do it, the best way to get people to fill out surveys, to get involved. And I think it turned out really well. And in the end, it was around this theme that I think fans and media, for the most part, look at these individual franchises like the pinnacle of player care and amenities, and that's their perception. And I wanted to see kind of if that was true, where it was true, and also where
I'm coming to lay a dick right on this fucking
try to figure out what important categories matter to guys, and then put it all out there so people can make educated decisions and create.
JT, other than that, where are we at with this whole draft situation? Different kind of field surf they had. They mentioned some are better than others. Now players obviously want draft everywhere. Is there any movement on that?
Yeah, we got interesting data. I don't think it's put out there. I think it'll get out there in the coming weeks. I think we've seen the biggest gap. I know last year there was.
I don't know why it's shooting faster, but it's shooting faster.
There's no difference between turf and grass.
That's the first time I fucking tried using it. It's slow and then it's fucking. Like it's starting to speed up.
The two surfaces. So I think that will be
this little dummy bitch.
Quickly the league meetings and didn't really dive into.
Oh, we got what we got. Oh my god, this dude just took a fucking down. Bro, I'm running right up on you, bro. What's up? Put right in your mouth, son. Get it. Let's go. Oh, we got somebody else out, chat? Oh.
The turf back down for their employees to play.
Yeah, and that is kind of a hypocritical moment. Like, okay, so you're telling me soccer is a sport that I look for. Soccer players more important than the guys you're paying $100 million, $200 million to. Like, there's an interesting pivotal moment there in this entire discussion. The data that you were referring to that they kind of glossed over, I believe came from Pro Football Talks by Florio, who wrote an article saying that the special teams injuries that everybody's talking about.
Yo, that shot, he's fucking nasty, bro. The way he runs with it, too. Like, he's like, yo, I'm gonna come fuck you up right now. The way he run with it, oh. Yo, my character looks so badass, bro. Battle hardened badass. Look at this motherfucker. You don't want to face me, bruh. Look at that tat, yo.
Completely different.
Look at that shit, though. Hey, look at that American flag on that chest, though. What you know about that? Rocking the green bandana, Grove Street for life. What you know about that, though? Fucking Grove Street for life, bro. We out here. We out here. I didn't even pull out the other weapon. Like, you know your weapons are good when you don't even have to pull out the other one. You know your goddamn gun is good when you don't even have to use another one.
5, 7, 10 years prior.
So stupid. Alright, I'm gonna try this one out. Try to showcase this one. This one's a little tougher to get like the stability under control because you can't. It's an exotic, so you can't fuck with the mod. I don't think. Like, I'm pretty sure I've never been able to mess with the mods on the exotics.
Doesn't matter. The nuance to that is it was brought together not because Turk got stable, but because Grass had a larger spike.
Oh, what we rocking with? We got. Oh, we got to stand inside this shit. Okay, I got you. I got you, fam, Diddy.
Deviated as far apart as everything. There's a significant difference that
get out of here.
And I know.
All right, what?
Jerry Jones made a comment about they
come on.
Don't move the grass because the data doesn't back it up, and if the data backed it up, they would have a different discussion.
Let's pop this.
That works well when the data backs up his point. Now the data backs it up, I'm not sure we're going to have a different discussion about putting grass in.
All right, now it's time to rock and roll, boys.
Yeah, I just think, how do you address that with that? This is kind of a question like this for how you guys do business with the NFL. You both need each other. We know that. I remember sitting at the, what's that thing after the draft, AJ, that you got to go to and learn what not to do?
Symposium?
You get yelled at. Yeah, you get yelled at. Pretty much all the time.
The whole time.
Don't you even think about, it's like, yo, just out here in the fucking NFL. What's going on? But I believe that was one of the first times Jamari Smith spoke as the new NFLPA, what is he, executive president. I think one of the first times he spoke, and also that was my introduction to the NFL. And the way he was speaking was like, hey, we're about to go to war with the NFL. Let's pull the lockout. We're about to go to war. This is what we're getting up for. This is what we can do. And it was almost like I was listening to what he was saying. I'm like, damn, this is how this business goes, I guess, between the players and the NFL. Is that how every negotiation, every conversation is? Is it always like, hey, we hate you, you hate us, we want this, you want this? So it's that, or is there like a, and this is obviously very naive of me, obviously, but like if you were to go with Brown, like the presentation about how much it would benefit their bottom line, and it would help us, feels like a win-win. Is that not a reality of how this is taking place? Like, what is the normal go-to get something like this accomplished? Which would be grass fields in every stadium, grass fields in every practice facility. What would the process be for that from NFLPA to the NFL?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like this gun, but like, yo, I'm a shotgun guy. Like, I like running shotguns. I like running marksman rifles too, are not bad, but that's a lot of trigger pulling. Less trigger pulling with the shotgun. Less trigger pulling with the fucking, you just hold down the trigger, you know what I mean, with the LMG, you hold that bitch down, just hold that bitch down, hold that bitch all the way down.
And if we want certain things in the CBA, certain things done, certain changes.
We got the other one hit over here. See, like this guy right here. Get it, son. Get it.
Teams in Europe.
Get it.
Won't do it for us, we'll do it for
all right, where you at?
teams. It's because those players are adamant that there was I live in the DC area.
I don't know, because I think you get the explosion from the true Patriot, and then you combine that explosion with.
Nope, not doing this. It ain't good enough for us. And they,
because if I headshot him too with this thing, it gives him like a 500% weapon damage or something like that. I don't know. It's something crazy.
How do you see change made?
What? Cool thruster? You just took a dick to the bow end. Get that dog shit drone out of here. What the hell?
I think the players in the locker room sometimes lose sight of that fact that the PA is
Come up here, little ass drone.
I can understand that because if you make any drastic stand, the league will just say, look what these spoiled players are thinking about doing just because they're on Jack and Walt's going to be on more. That's why I always wondered, I guess they're just set business savages. Like, it's impossible just to be like, hey, we'll get something done here. I think it'll be good for everybody. You guys want to go to 18 games? Okay, let's try to work this. You know what I mean? Like, that's how business works, I think. It does not sound like that's how the NFLPA and the NFL operate, which is a shame, but I got faith in the 60-pound lighter J.C. Treader to make magic over there. We appreciate you out of Cornell. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, JC, has your email and phone just been blowing up with kind of the, hey, no fucking way we're doing this Thursday night football shit? And also, what data are they talking about when it comes to, injuries not being correlated with the amount of time between games? And how long do you think it's going to take for them to casually and more regularly flex games into Thursday night football?
Yeah, I think it's an important discussion. We've seen guys speak up about it publicly. And I think that's the weird thing when you look at injury data. Is it really boils players down to a number or a data point? I think listening to them
That bitch just took a dick.
And guys know what is the place on inside.
These shotguns that I have are out of control.
And then get ready to play next Sunday. The Thursday games.
And this one just speeds up. I don't know. I forget. I gotta look at the stats on it. I know I have good stats on it. Like, I was like, I gotta try this one. I've been trying other ones because they've been really good. They're all really good. Like, and they all have their own kind of like uniqueness to it. Like this one, like I just come up and shit on you.
I could sleep days after games because my
come and shit on you. Let me come on shit on you.
And that's why we keep people speaking up and more guys being aligned on that.
See, it's slow right now. That's the regular speed. Oh, cool. I opened a door so everything's all fucking jacked already. Fucking bitches. But look, there's something on here. Deal 20% weapon damage. Okay, that's not it. I don't know why it's speeding up. I have no idea why that shit's speeding up. It seems like it's speeding up. Like when I go to bed, you know what I mean? I go shit on you. I go shit on you. I was in pajama. I'm gonna fuck your jamma. I gotta fuck your jamma. I gotta fuck your jamma. Give me that. Give me that shit. Alright, what we got? We got drones. That dog shit out of my face.
Well, we'll see about that.
Dog shit.
That's a little bit of discussing that extra Thursday games. I think that changes the discussion a little bit when it comes to changing.
Get it out of here.
Something we haven't discussed previously. So
get that dog shit out of here.
Between the two sides. So we'll see.
The way he runs, bro, so dirty. So dirty the way he runs with the shotty, like, bitch, I'm coming. Bitch, I'm coming. Like, it seems like he runs faster. I know he doesn't, but it looks, the animation makes the mobility look quicker. Like, this dude going, gah, 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 gah.
You're doing great out there. Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing great. Keep going. Only got like 31 minutes.
He's running away. He's like, please go.
You're doing great.
And I'm like, bro, I gotta do it. Get it out of my face.
It seems like it's kind of
not even rocking a drone or anything else. This is just me straight up. I just pop my drone now. I'm like, yo, let me go drone it up. Fuck you, son. Fuck you, son. Get that dog shit out of my face. Get it out, bitch. We out here balling. You don't want you to come out, do you? It's okay. I won't make you come out. You stand right there and take it. Stand right there and take that. Take that young. Get it out, son. Let me take this outside. Your boy out here clearing shit like cray. Alright, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna go to this one real quick. We're gonna try a different.
Miss their families, miss their kids. miss their parents, and we get one.
Yeah, like I want another lightweight M4, but I want it with max stats. And if I can get it with max stats, I'm gonna be out here fucking bitches right in the mouth, be fucking them on their fucking wedding day.
Deal with all of the logistical challenges. When you talk.
Yeah, that one shoots a little quicker though, or I mean, your rounds go through go through the rounds faster because there's less rounds. Let me loot all
53
this.
guys to make that decision.
What is
to go
this?
live abroad. You'll draft them, and they got
Nah, I mean this looks like dog shit.
Free agents.
127K ain't bad, but
I mean, it's a lot of people that are going to have to do it. More jobs, though.
Yeah.
More jobs. That's what the NFL was saying. Go ahead, AJ.
JC, what can the players do? Because when I look at it, I feel like the only power players really have is the threat of sitting out, of not playing, saying, hey, we're not going to do it. Like you said, the soccer team steps in the field and says, no, we're going somewhere else. Unfortunately, I feel like that's the greatest leverage players have is if they threaten to not play them. And nobody wants to see a strike or another lockout.
Yeah, it all depends, right? Like, leverage is built many different ways. We've seen even recently things change. Like, we go back to COVID. We were in those negotiations over 3 categories. One was the finances. We were going to lose $4 billion. We needed to figure out a way to figure out how to pay that back without crashing the cap the following year. We needed to figure out how to get guys back to playing football after the cities had been locked down. And we had to figure out how to play a contact sport in the middle of a contact virus and a new pandemic. And in that fight, we've gone round and round with the league. And just like I talked about earlier, we can debate and have presentations and data and experts tell us that we're doing the right thing, but until the league agrees to it, it doesn't matter. And in the end, what happened was, for the first time maybe ever, we had 400 star players tweet out their displeasure about the treatment and the health and safety and the protections that haven't been agreed to by the league. And within hours, the league agreed to all of our health and safety changes. So, that's not missing game checks. That's not missing games. That's 400 guys sending off a 20-second tweet. And it created significant change, which not only gave us the health and safety changes, but the league was using the health and safety to hold out.
It says each second you are not moving stacks up to 10.
Changes got agreed to. The league lost the leverage.
I run around a lot. That's kind of my shit right now is predicated on movement, but you sound good if you're like running that what you call it, where you have to stand where you get more damage from cover. I think it's like these guys.
That build up leverage and create change. And I think the
while in cover, yeah. So like if you could run these, obviously not these knee pads, but like this fucking build with those knee pads, that would be pretty fucking. That'd be another way to like really stick it inside of them.
Union and say like, what should we do better?
Really try to
tell us the answers. We've never seen that before. And we're seeing, Arizona has made a bunch of changes, and I know they're quick to say that the surveys weren't part of it. Okay, that's fine.
I really don't need them. Most of my gloves are going to be all gear set anyways. So
big changes that we highlighted in the surveys, and that's good for players. That's leverage. It all looks different.
Oh wow, they gave me another ACS 12.
But once again, also good for the league,
right now,
good for players, good for Goose, good for Gander, and you're talking about leverage other ways other than strike.
Yeah.
With that public report card.
Yeah.
You got a big
that's 322.9. What's this one at? Yeah, 317. Makes sense because all the stats are lower.
So it's like the PR battle very much means everything. I think in a lot of these conversations. So I'm happy you're coming on and explaining a lot of these things because the NFL is normally the big engine that's kind of painting the picture and let everybody kind of see the information.
Well, no, because I have crit hit chance there.
Is there ever a thought?
I do, but it's not max. So I'm gonna have to optimize. So right now I don't have a max anything there. Alright, so I'll put that in the fucking queue to get fucking recal. Pull that off.
Well, there are some things that we work well together on. Again, we're a union and their management. There's a difference between labor and management that almost any workforce with a union deals with.
Magazines.
They have their priorities and we have ours, and very little is overlap.
Probably pull that.
There are some things that are, and we work well together, but they always have their priorities, and that's usually the money. And the people aren't that much of a priority to them, and as a union, our priority is the people. So there's always kind of that you're kind of talking past each other almost, because our focus is on the people and theirs is on the profit. And you're trying to find common ground in those two things, but they're two totally different priorities.
Man, what a line there. That's a bar.
Yeah.
You're focused on the people, they're focused on the profit. What a line for any union, pretty much. Yeah. In the history of anything. That's what a bar, but it also is adversary. I mean, that is an adversary conversation, which feels like this is always how
the marksman rifle.
Last question, damage off that one. Conversation piece where we talk about union and employer, anything.
Yeah, see, I only got one shotgun out.
Most specifically, us being the only sport that doesn't have guaranteed
some
contracts.
rifle alloy there. That's what you need the most, bro. Shotgun alloy, rifle alloy is important, dude.
A fully guaranteed deal. Jeremy Fowler reported this morning, and we have also asked the question numerous times. Do we know that he wants a fully guaranteed deal? Allegedly, he does not want a fully guaranteed deal. Just wants a good amount of his
contract. What if I just went shotgun heavy the whole way?
But the guaranteed
Let's pull this guy out for right now. Let's just.
I'm an owner, so I don't think guaranteed contracts are good. I think it's bad for the league. I think
Even
it's
though
bad
I
for
can't
the NFL
run.
blah, blah, blah. Is there ever going to be any traction on that from your guys' end, or is that just strictly agent, player, business side that isn't really on your radar?
Yeah, if you look at basketball is guaranteed contracts. That's not that has become a precedent and a norm in contract negotiations. That just becomes, that's just what it is. So it is not something that any sports league has gone to the contracts. You see some NBA players don't have guaranteed contracts and get cut and don't have to get paid. It still gets agreed upon. So it's somewhat up to the players to create that precedent. We had an opportunity with Kirk Cousins years ago, and we didn't become precedent. And now Deshaun had his, and Lamar again. We will stand by Lamar whatever he wants to do himself. I don't think somebody says the union is using Lamar. Lamar is going to make the decision that's best for Lamar, and we want whatever decision is best for Lamar. Now, I think it's proven that year over year, as people sign, you get a better or same deal as the previous person that set the mark. Right, and I think that's the debate here is somebody set the mark, fully guaranteed deal, and Lamar, who's an MVP, is saying, I'm in my prime, I'm an MVP, why am I taking a step back from what somebody who hasn't had the accomplishments that I have got? And it's a fair debate to have. That's Lamar's choice of this is what I'm worth, and I'm standing firm on what I'm worth and not taking less. And that's great for Lamar, and I think it would be great for players long term, but if Lamar decides to better decisions for him, I think we're going to support whatever's best for Lamar.
It's such an interesting thing because the guarantee contract has been talked about for a long time in the NFL, especially with the rate being basically 100%, and how other sports have seemingly got it. You got that agent, so every single angle of NFL deal that he's going about it differently. And we appreciate you so much, JC, for stopping by and explaining the world from your eyes a little bit, even though they're much skinnier eyes than mine. We appreciate the hell out of you, man.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Hey, good luck out there, JC Chuck.
Yeah, JC!
They're not shaking their hands at all.
Yeah, they need to do that. They have to want to shake their hand.
Do you remember not this past CBA, the CBA before that actually had a lockout? Jeff Saturday.
Yeah, that's right.
Was the one that went to Kraft and Jerry.
New pads would probably be good for a sniper build too.
Kick the agents out of the way like TJ Watt.
That's right.
Kick the lawyers out of the way. Said I'm gonna go in there and do it. Has it always been like that, AJ? Is it always
like what? You mean that they don't get along? What do you mean?
I understand there always going to be a conflict of interest between employer and employee, especially whenever there's a union and everything like that. I get it, but damn, we can't just have come on.
I mean, there's people. Obviously, I think it's illegal, but there's obviously corporations that try to shut down unions. Don't let them. They don't want to be hey, you can't unionize. It's the old classic episode in The Office where Michael tries to go down there and all this stuff. They wanted to unionize, and he tries to support him, and he gets killed for it, and they shut it down.
Listen, I'm from Pittsburgh. I very much understand that unions are a very vital part to a lot of people's livelihoods and have been for a very long time.
Hell yeah.
I understand it's normally contentious, but there's so much money out there in the NFL right now. Let's just fucking figure it out. What if the NFLPA went to the NFL and said, hey, we got this company that's willing to sponsor all the grass fields. All we're asking for you is to allow them to do
6.3 headshot damage versus the armor
we got grass
regen.
fields. You guys don't have to pay nearly as much for it. That's all you guys really give a fuck about, right? Now you just have to maintain it. We're able to get it. Boom. Now we have that done. Okay, got it. Bang, bang, pow. Then we're able to do it. Now, logistically, can you figure that out? But isn't that part of doing business together?
I'll throw that in my stash.
Or is it just you're fucking paying for it, fuck you, and no, we're not. We're taking more money. Does it have to be like that? Is that what it has
to
be like?
It doesn't have to be. I wonder how the owners and everyone and their lawyers view the PA and the players. Because from the outside, it feels like, and from being in the union, it feels like back when I'm playing that, yeah, the owners just look at the players as big dumb doofuses. Like that's just what they expect, and that's what they. I'm like, hey, I get it, I understand. They're going to fight against it. They want to get every dollar they possibly can.
That's pretty awesome.
But yeah, there has to be a moment where they're like, okay, this is like you said, like what is good. If it's good for the players, it's good for the league usually.
Yes. It will. Like, granted, properly executed, it's good for everybody. You know, your star players are playing more, they're practicing more, they're doing it. Like, just feels like that's good for everybody. And if it's good for everybody, guess what? More money.
Yeah.
Which is what
owners got to be scared though. Owners have to be a little not scared, but a little bit worried now. With like back 15 years ago, you couldn't sit there and get some online thing going, like you said, the 400 tweets. You get players. Whether you think that has as much impact as it does, I don't know. But I think it'll only grow in the future as players get more and more like independent, like notoriety, where they don't have to go through the local people to get their message.
But once again, it doesn't have to always be like that either. But I might be completely naive. I've never been in there. I actually didn't sign up for the union the last 2 years I played because I was sick of it. I'm not doing this.
Yeah. Well,
you guys are signing me up for terrible deals. I'm gonna fucking do this, bro. I don't even have my guys don't even have insurance forever. What the fuck? Like, what are we even talking about here? Like, what do we? You know, I had the chance to sit at a round circle.
Round table discussion.
Round table discussion.
Round circle.
Well, it could be like
it was an incredibly round,
an octagon
circle. Yeah, one of those round table discussions. Roger Goodell was there. And I didn't speak the whole time. There was a couple people that did speak that had obviously been in a couple of these conversations with Goodell before, and they were certainly still pissed about whatever they were pissed about the last time they were in a conversation. They had not been taking care of whatever it is. And a lot of it revolved around, like, the insurance. Like, hey, can we not, if guys are, there's Hall of Famers there, like guys that have given their entire life to this sport and to the league, and you still have them for the, like, they're still representatives of the league and their cities and everything they do. They don't even have, like, insurance from the league. It's like most of the stuff that they're going to have to deal with comes from injuries clearly from the game of football. I mean, that's what they've given their entire life to. Like, that just seems like an easy, you know what I mean? That seems like an easy. So at the end of it, I didn't speak the whole time. And at the end, I was like, we got 5 insurance companies that sponsor with the NFL who pay so much money. Is there not an easy deal to be made where it's like, hey, this insurance company has the NFL legends, you know, and if they have the NFL legends, you can force these dudes, some of them do commercials if you want to force them, content, you can have modern guy in there, like, that's an incredible marketing for whatever insurance company finally handles this particular problem. I'll tell you what, I ain't never heard more crickets in my life.
Really? It's not even talked about though. Is it even anything? Is it even on the table? Is it something they're even trying to work about right now?
At that particular round table I was at, it was certainly on the table. I mean, there's no actual table, but in the circle, the words are going into the middle portion of which would be the table. That was the entree. It was that. Literally, it was 45 minutes. I didn't stick till 2 minutes or whatever, which worst time to talk. You know what I mean? Also, I've done that. But yeah, I've heard crickets. I'm like, are we thinking of ideas that maybe we could get a problem taken care of? Or is it just like, you do it. It's like, let's try to we need each other. Hey, need each other here.
It's hard though too. Don't you think the insurance thing for lifetime insurance? It's hard for current players to get like fully on board with that because when you're 23 years old, you're not really thinking about lifetime insurance.
Yeah,
it hurts for a while. No, it definitely couldn't hurt, but for sure, it's not a hill that current players are usually willing to die on. Maybe as they get older in their career, it would.
And the NFLPA knows that their current crew probably not really
gung-ho about it.
Yeah, that's why I asked Goodell. You know, I said, hey, why don't you guys pick this one up? You know, as opposed to like the NFLPA being in charge. Like, I think I even used the word babyface. You guys could babyface heavy, which is a hilarious thing to say. You know what I mean? That would be like if you pick up the home insurance thing, that'd be quite a move. Public leverage for you guys would be very high. Once again, to make you guys more money. Yeah. You know what I mean? This is all because you're going to talk what they want. They want money. That's it's a business to them. It is clearly that. But in making money, can we not also kind of navigate the situation? Sounds like I'm naive, though, and I don't understand what the fuck's going on.
Well, to your point about the money, like, that's why it feels like those 4 teams overseas, whether the players want to fucking do it or not, it's inevitable. Like, if the owners want to do that division, like, logistically how does it work, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, you got guys that are playing for $24 a game right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? That's
Who's that?
I think it's not the X. It was that A.
Yeah, the American.
The USFL just started, right? The USFL.
They have punting in that game. USFL.
No clue. Down in the XFL joint.
Oh, was I offered I was offered.
Yeah, I believe that was the USFL.
I think USFL just like open camp or something a couple weeks ago.
April 15th, USFL will be kicking off and punting.
So let's go. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Here we go. Around the corner. That's huge.
Get that leg warmed up. You already warmed up yesterday a little bit.
In terms of the...
Could you imagine? Yeah, you're right. I'll go punt in the USFL. What are we...
Yeah, that was an ill-advised suggestion.
That was awesome. I took it as kind of disrespectful, but now looking back on it, what a fucking fantastic thing just to let it fly.
Like I said, you could be, playing maybe, I don't know about punting, I'll come out and play quarterback.
Quarterback, yeah. That was my immediate response.
Yeah.
That was my immediate response. Quarterback, are we talking?
Who told you this?
No, it doesn't need
Some mark. Going back to the PA stuff, we've talked about this before, and it'll probably never happen, but is it going to take, like, the face of the league, or, like, a quarterback, like, if a guy like Brady or someone like that was the NFLPA president, do you think that would matter at all? Because, like, the NBA, like, all of their biggest stars, all their biggest stars are the ones who are, in charge of the NBPA.
It's fascinating, because that would never happen, because all the stars,
yeah.
They hate the NFLPA.
Right, yeah.
Brady posted on Fashion Story.
So dumb.
NFL players are ignorant as of the media.
Every player that has been around a long time hates the NFLPA.
Yeah.
That's just, I think, not every, I guess Jason Treader doesn't. You're either a rep or you don't like it. That's my experience. You agree?
Yeah, I would agree. Or you just don't even, a lot of guys don't even think about it, don't care.
Yeah. All right, John, good luck out there. A lot of that.
Trying to stay on this team, pal. I don't even worry about that.
Okay, I got a back check.
That's okay to you, right?
What's that?
About saying
Vinny, I sat next to Vinny. Vinny became a rep at one point.
Oh, okay.
And I thought it was like a big deal because he finally, like that's a person we should have.
Yeah.
Been around the game a long time. We need, to your point, like the stars up in there. I would ask a question to every one of those dudes. You know what I mean? I was not happy in those things, AJ. Just because the way I operate.
Rogue striker drone detected.
Hostile striker drone detected. I'm a business genius. Maybe one day people will say that, but right now that is not like exactly what I am known for, and I always intrigued by the art of business, Product, move it. How do you move it? Need one, need the other. Let's do it. Let's profit. Let's do this whole thing. That's everything. Everything is that. That is the basis. Right, here we go. So whenever they would lay something out, as if they were the smartest fucking humans of all time, I just couldn't make it anymore. You haven't done a business like this. Who agreed to that? We did more money for doing it. I'm like, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I guess it's more money, AJ. I don't know if that's... Yeah, hey, got a terrible deal, but it is a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, got another terrible deal. Oh, it is a deal. Oh, look out! Another terrible deal coming. Okay, you guys doing great. This is great. Oh, I'm coming for you. Oh, okay. All right, so I gotta pay you to make bad deals for me. Got it.
You gotta know what the owners want and what they're gonna use. Like, there's certain things like people make a big deal. Remember the PGA with Jeff was hugging them and everything. They got worked out. The all-season workouts used to start like mid-March. Those got pushed back to like the second week in April. So we gained like 3 weeks of the all-season, which was awesome. Great. But the fact that like the owners don't care. The owners like, okay, cool. We don't have to feed them for an extra month. We don't have to worry about getting hurt in our facility for an extra month. And that's like a big deal for you. Cool. Here you go, guys. Like, of course they're gonna give that up.
Oh, so when we're paying you $300 a week, and we have to keep the lights on and active here, you guys don't want it? No. You have to have spring practice. We need it. No, we don't want to have it. You really don't want to give that up. Golly. All right, fuck it. I guess we'll delay it 2 months. Jeez. What else do you guys want? All right. Now, 17 games. All right. Come on, 17 games. 17 games. Less than half market share for marketing. There's only 30 of us and 1,500 of you. Look at that. All right.
Rogue striker drone detected.
We don't have ways. I have numerous times.
Whatever, I guess whatever, like, JC does, or I remember Eric Winston was the rep for a while that had the union. And at least it's got to be a great experience for whatever you do after that. You get out of the union, you go take a job somewhere else.
Are they paying the head of the union? Like, how much money do you think
they have to, right? Oh, the North gets a ton of money. Yeah. But does JC get paid, right?
All that extra bullshit in his life, you'd think it would have to be some sort of thing.
Yeah, I remember a couple of years ago, the players got a certain amount, and then
he stole it. So, he sold that out of shit. Yeah, that's what gets him, especially when we're in the middle of the war.
Yeah, that's true. Stealing, and I was wrong. That was a false statement. I just said that Drew Brees ended up with multiple millions of dollars.
Yes, because he sold
a bunch of jerseys and apparel. Oh, okay. I don't remember it like that.
Well, that's because the way you read it was there's no way this guy sold this kind of stuff. But I still get checks from my shippings.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. $24 or so.
That's right. DoorDash. That's DoorDash dinner.
It is, unless you get Express.
Yeah, then not change.
But the Express comes same exact time as the Standard.
Right. So maybe you don't even need the Express.
Yeah, but then there's a chance at the Standard you're going to get 4 different deliveries before it even gets there.
And it's ice cold.
So it's a fascinating dilemma every time you're on DoorDash.
It is.
Do I want to up the price of this thing by 45% and get the same exact results? Or do I want to roll the dice of 4 different deliveries happening before I get there? DoorDash has changed the game. I'll take the food however, I don't have to move. But that seems like quite a racket.
It is.
That seems like quite a racket, AJ.
Yeah, who started DoorDash? Because before COVID, I don't think I ever used it. I don't know. He's looking on the ground floor. Saw his video, he has some big thing going on.
Beacon, Indianapolis, Indiana.
It's a month away.
No, it's a different thing, though. There's an opportunity for entrepreneurs. I watched the video.
Yeah, Beacon. Come to Beacon. Learn everything. Come to Beacon.
There you go, Todd.
There are no less than 600 speakers. I'm wondering if it's 3 a.m. to 3 May. It's 24 hours every single day.
I think Diplo's coming too, and I
think so. Diplo, Drew Barrymore, Mr. Balloon or something was announced today. Some big time names.
Okay, let's go through it. Adam Brockman's coming. He's CEO, co-founder of 3. Andrew Schultz is fucking coming. Schultz is a big one. Okay. That's what Ty's asking. I don't know how many. Ariana, how many is there?
Caesar
wants to ride.
Really? Bobby Hundreds, obviously.
Dude, Caesar Milan comes out with 6 dogs. Could you imagine me? That's the type of control you need on your life.
So
what if it's full motivational speech that Caesar gives?
Taffer's on here.
Bro, wait till fucking Cody hits the stage.
If Taffer was going, I'd be there. He is. Are you serious? Yeah, I remember looking at this list.
Well, we will see. Damon John, Shark Tank, love that guy.
Drew Austin's a dog.
The mustache on fucking Eric Zetterstein.
Yes,
Zetterstein.
Beast.
Gary Vaynerchuk is going to be there.
The Fawn.
I like that he just put himself in there.
Yeah.
You know, just like in the in the thing.
One of them.
We assume Gary's speaking. We hope he's speaking. That's why we bought the ticket.
What a board age.
Jesse Itzler, you know that guy? Jesse Itzler does a lot of marathon and running, motivating. John Pepper. Holy shit.
Oh my God.
What you say about Jesse Itzler there, AJ?
Then he married the Spanx billionaire girl.
Really?
She invented Spanx.
I know he's a motivator, I know that. I've seen him in a couple other motivator videos. They're being motivated by him.
NPH.
Neil Patrick Harris, is he singing?
OSF.
This is all in Beacon, dude. These people are all flying into Indiana, except for Scott Dorsey. That was the guy that, the SNL thing. Scott Dorsey, there it is. Boom. That's the guy. Whenever I talk about being at that auction, and it was an SNL.
Which planet looks like that guy?
Scooter Quanta?
Yeah.
Wait, where are they all getting keynote season? Like, how
I think there are multiple stages.
Timberlake? What? Holy shit.
AJ Vaynerchuk?
Hell yeah, and Young Gravy. Hey, congratulations, Gary. Can't wait. It's going to be an incredible event right here in Indianapolis, Indiana. I think I've seen them on a local video.
Get your suite, right? Get the extra for your suite for these.
The timing is like right when baby, you know? So I wasn't able to.
This dress is super hard to buy a ticket for. I'm trying to buy one right now. You can't just buy it.
No, you gotta get an NFT, right?
Yeah, you have to be new. Well, I'm new to Web3, I guess. I'm learning what Web3 is right now.
May need you there.
Fucking get some V
What is
coins
it?
and buy
Like Silk Road?
It seems like Silk Road, but it's you gotta create a digital wallet, and then buy Ethereum, and then buy your NFT.
We don't know if that's true, if this is just how Mitt is experiencing this, and let's remember that Mitt experiences things different than everybody else. With that being said, with that lineup, how did you
You want one right now?
Yeah, I want the pink one.
You want a pink one?
Yeah.
Are you speaking? Mitt might be speaking to this.
I mean, I do have a 4 apes, so I got.
Okay.
He's really shot.
don't give up your board, that thing's on the Jello. Remember, it had and then it was, now it's coming back. Especially after this.
Bitcoin was coming back.
There you go. Credit card.
Buy a VCon ticket with a credit card. There we go. Get you a new one.
Don't get it.
Now you've chosen Indianapolis. The city will be a great host to all those humans that are coming, which seem to be every human of all time.
Yeah, a lot of them. No, every single one. V friends will be there.
Oh. You think Adam the Apple's going to be there?
No. I'd be very disappointed if he wasn't. He intuitively one.
And Gary B.
Yep, Gary V.
The genuine gorilla. Yes.
What was the Aaron one?
The ayahuasca Aaron.
Ayahuasca Aaron. He drew that one.
He did.
Hell yeah, Gary.
Love you, Gary.
What a fucking concept there.
I wonder what Fives are doing. Did they win this weekend?
Fives are his pickleball team. I did see they had at least one celebratory moment.
Nice.
I don't know how often they are celebrating, but I do know in pickleball, there's like a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old that's about to be the god of this whole thing.
Absolute dog.
Now, I don't know if he can play in Thunderball. That's Tyson McGuffin. He's our guy. Okay, he's a dog. That young child right there, that is very easy to see on this video right now, talking shit and balling in an adult tourney.
Gotcha. Right at you, McGuffin.
Boom, and in his face. I don't know. This
He does play for the Fives.
He's on the Fives?
Yeah, Gary V.
Gary V scouted this guy, this kid, and he's a dog. I mean, he is an absolute dog. He's the face of pickleball, and I think with what's going on Sunday with pickleball, with McEnroe and the other tennis players playing for
You have a couple more.
I want
that 13-year-old Five is going to be the face of all.
It's like meth.
AJ, how do you feel about old Five, 13-year-old kid, 14, 15, 16, however old he is, looks young, kind of taking over the sport?
It's pretty awesome. He seems to have a dynamic personality. He's not scared to taunt his opponents a little bit.
Yeah, the guy who's playing, Tyson McGuffin.
Caught it first.
Yeah, that guy ain't scared.
We know who won, though. We know who won, or was it just those points?
The Fives won, bro. Come on. Let's go, Fives.
Team's really the Five. Are they really the Five?
Let's go, Fives. Let's go, Fives. Let's go, Fives. Yeah, that's the team name. That's the chant. I did see it on Gary V's Instagram.
Yep.
Just like we saw the VCon conference coming to Indiana here in a couple weeks with every speaker that has ever spoken to a microphone on the docket. Congrats to Gary. Thunderball's a little different than pickleball, though. I want to let that teenager know.
Yeah, much different.
Okay, this ain't the stuff you're playing in that game.
That's narrow. That's a narrow court. Huh?
Thunderball?
Yeah.
It's wider than half the full pickleball court. So that's why return and serve is much more difficult because it's wider space.
It's a faster game.
Fast track.
Did you not take the tape a little bit wider or what?
We already had the tape. I'm not pretty much. You know,
Yeah.
We had hands here
Got stuck, bro. I got stuck on the fucking wall, and it wouldn't let me fucking move.
Look up the dims.
Like, I honestly was stuck. Like,
none of us have really done. Except for HU, and he was.
and I knew I was stuck, and I'm like, all right, get off the wall, and he wouldn't do it. Like, I was fucking moving the stick and everything.
If the ball is bounced.
Fucking stupid.
If the ball is not bounced in the kitchen, you cannot step in there and thunderball into it. So if they got a smaller kitchen,
yeah.
That's going to be tough. I'm not sure, though. That's hot.
Just from the wait, I get closer to the net. That's all I heard. I get to get closer to the net.
Yeah, harder to bounce.
No, I'm hitting the back of the kitchen.
I'm more so saying you are doing like start. But a lot of the time you are kind of close to the end.
Oh yeah, that one looks bigger on this now, which might be a little bit harder. Yeah, definitely looks bigger. Really, but it looks pretty simple if you're doing the left and right. Yeah, I don't know. The picture of proportions is tough. I don't know what proper ratio is here. But if we were to eyeball, they're very close. We're going to get rid of that guy. I got a right picture throwing off. The guy on the left is the guy on the right is not. Looks a lot bigger on the right. But it's tiny on the left. The rep is 7'3", you said? Okay, congratulations. So we're going to go by the stances of the camera people. That guy seems to have a pretty square face on the right side of the rep. The orange on the camera. Looks like it's about 1, 2, 3 of his stances. We got Bill and Art on the camera? Yeah, I think so. Bill, can you please stand like this, please? I need it. You can look up the dims, I imagine. Hey, Jay, don't be so simple. Just shut up. Hey, I think ours is pretty similar. I think we are. Yeah, I think it's pretty similar. Yeah. Hey, Jay, I don't know if that's smart-ass voice or real voice. It sounded smart-ass. No, I'm actually serious here. Where's Bill? I want to see Bill. I need to see some Bill. Bill's coming right now. He's going to have similar to camera, too. Bill doesn't have to stand. We need to stand in all 4 corners, bro. Bill, I think you need to be on this side. Okay, go down the middle shot. There, like, no, but go a little bit. Do like a good base. Yeah. Why do you no. Too much. There it is. I think a little bit tighter. All right, now can you go from the net to one side? Yeah, pivot. Hit him hard. Yeah, I got to turn. We go through run a couple laps around. We got to go back towards the net. Go back the other way. Make sure your right foot. Bam. Now you need to just like do a pivot. Pivot on your left foot like a ballerina. Yeah, like stripping like that all the way. Yeah, exactly. Get that left foot down. Yeah, pick your right foot up. Oh, okay, yeah, it is looking. It is turning. It's a little bit small. Turn it now. Yeah, turn it. Yeah. Now do it all the way. Go. No, not too far. So you're doing it. Boom. Okay, now to go. Right foot. Keep your right foot. I do one more, Bill. There it is. Yeah. Good pivot foot. All right, so about 3, right? Yeah, about 3, Bill. Thank you, Bill. Okay. Hey, man, Bill. I think that guy's about 3 pivots. What did we find out? Well, if you look at this guy.
What did we find out?
This guy is out. You know what I mean? That's about the way it is.
That's hilarious. So what did we find out?
Spot on. Here we go. That's it. We got it wildly close. Yeah. You and me. Oh, how about that? Bro, we're some fucking dogs. I mean, we knew that the pickleball dimensions were going to be just about what we had. So maybe we are playing a little bit more of a pickleball version of the game than we could have ever imagined. Yeah. We just thought we abused the game and made maybe a little bit better one. You know, whenever you're in a driveway, you just create a game. Baseball would be a great instant. Yeah. Felt like we kind of...
You look good.
Pickleball. But then we said, you know what? With the paint we already have on the floor and our style of play,
I'm
at one piece. Let's not worry about actual...
This is the last one, and then you're going to eat real food.
How about that, AJ?
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. And now we did that scientific research to figure it out. Here we go. Exactly. Now we all know that the kitchen in pickleball is 3 pivots. Right.
I got this one.
That's perfect. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill. Good job, Bill. All these things are things we could have Googled while we were setting it up. We chose not to. The stuff we did Google, we're numerous weeks into this thing, though. Yeah. And really still has captivated the audience, which is good news. The game is the game. Still playing every morning. AJ, need to get you in here sometime whenever you're in between vacations. I want to play. I want to play. I want to see how the ball reacts to all kinds of shooting. That's what I think would be weird. Slides a little bit. It's a little bit lower. You got to get a little bit more dip and rip and lean. You know what I mean? I do a little backspin serve. Would it die on you on that quarter? Backspin does give a little bit of a skip. But it remains back spinning, I think, more because it's the wood. So when it hits paddles, I think there's more spin still on ball as opposed to when it hit like
Whatever court that was we're playing on before.
I think it's a lot like ping pong.
I think so too.
I really do.
I think it's huge, adult size. You're on top of the ping pong table.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's right. All right, we'll be back on the other side with Reese Davis talking about another great sport, college basketball.
Come on.
The women's Final Four starts tonight. The men's Final Four starts tomorrow. We're going to be crowning champions in college basketball. Reese Davis, who's been right all along, will join us on the other side of this 5-minute break. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. Take fire! Fire! Obviously, this is a conversation starter for everybody when they're talking about the dynasty, and there's still Raiders fans that are pissed off about this. Here's the game plan. Go out there in the middle of a snowstorm and make a kick that you're not supposed to make at all from 45 yards. This is a pretty good season all along. Do you remember this moment right here in your head when you're scared to death? You fucking punk.
I would say I was probably more scared to death as I'm watching the Tuck Rule review and realizing, holy shit, we get the ball back. Oh, yeah, by the way, it's coming all down to you, man.
This will be a 45-yard attempt. That's Vinatieri's bluff from this distance of late.
Once I got out on the field, I really had three thoughts. First and foremost, try to attack the ball, but stay light on your feet. It's just like anybody, you're running on ice. If your cleats don't stick, you're falling on the ground, and then the ball's going to end up hitting your center right in the back of the head. I wasn't thinking about missing 4 of the last 5, if that's truly what was going on. For me, it was all about, hey, you know, these guys aren't going to be able to get a good rush, get it straight and get it above the line of scrimmage. And thank goodness, as it left, and I saw that they didn't block it, then it was all about, I don't know if it's going to have enough distance in this snow, you know, let's hope for the best. And I really didn't know until the referees at the back of the end zone raised their hands. I couldn't really see it, couldn't tell if it was good or not.
Hell yeah, because it's a snow globe. What a kick. What a moment. Obviously, that would go on to launch a dynasty that the NFL will never see again or before. What a kick. What a moment. Here's an overtime. Got to make another one.
Substantially easier kick. Not just because of the distance, but we called the timeout. We cleaned a bunch of ground. This is the one time that a coach actually icing me probably benefited us, right? Because he gave my offensive lineman with the big size 16 cleats to get out there and move a little bit more ground. And, you know, not to say a game winner's ever easy, but this one compared to the one quarter before that was substantially different.
So you're coming out here sighing a little bit. Oh, thank God, I can see the ground. I'm going to fall.
Right.
We've already done this. That's no problem. And then you burn that ball dead center. And then obviously in the Super Bowl, they had a 49-yarder that you hit and popped the upright. Could have been a better ball. I don't think you hit it cleaner. You have something inside you, okay, that not a lot of people have. Joe Burrow seemingly is a guy that has. What is it?
I would love to tell you that I was born with or I developed the ability to, you know, be clutch under pressure. I do think that there's certain people that are born with the want or the ability to Michael Jordan, you know, I was there, like, you guys are one related cars and type of people. So I wasn't making that. I would have been used to the I would have been used to why you did to do. I did that thing, you know, it's not as sensitive to it. There. Anyway, but I always wanted to, you know, be in the middle of the game to be the reason why. So, what if football, obviously, 59 minutes, we came up with the one opportunity that I could put exclamation right here. I got no fight just like all of us. Just got covered a thick, covered a thick. We are like the practice and putter. We got to go on thing. They're on the 13-yard line. We hit the ball. They go in. They come to the
Yeah, dude. I don't understand it. I don't fucking know. Like the dude's just sitting there taking all the damage and he's not even doing shit. And the spot where it does shit to everybody. Crazy.
Belichick talking about it afterwards. No, this is how the game should be. The Jets are always a tough team. We're preparing to win. They get a win. They're still in the playoffs. The Jets are almost dead. You know, with Zach Wilson saying after the game that he is not feel like he let down. Have you feel like you were let down? But no, he was on.
As an offense, though, you guys are only able to score 3 points. That's not 3 points. You feel like that's
well, you had 2 yards offense in the second half. You wide receiver with the best one. That's all I have. That's what it's not okay. Saul asked about it. He says that's dog shit.
Dog shit.
Zach Wilson says, we'll move on. We'll gritty right through this whole thing. I feel like there's a chance that Zach's about to get back and move on for the other team, not only because the defense got very good on that team, but not only because Bob Saleh has openly said that the offense that he's running is his option, but because there's a veteran sitting in that building. Right. He's ready to take over those young bucks and maybe get them on a run, but nonetheless, the Patriots get a win.
A couple weeks ago, we were talking about how the Jets were awesome. You know, they're going to go on and be a good team. They're not. They're terrible. They're 6-4, but they're terrible. Possibly the worst 6 team in the history of the NFL. Now, on the Patriots side of things, yeah, sure, Roman scored 10 points. He's 7 of them. Came with 10 seconds left in the game. That was the time. They'll get it before, be in the game, and then look at the picture. Send some text messages to the Jets building. Try to get a heads up.
Rogue striker drone detected. Hostile striker drone.
6-3, there's still going to be a conversation. So until I know what exactly they were thinking and why they were thinking it, that late block. And I appreciate them not calling. That's good no call. I agree. We're going to make it that. No call. I think that they try to claim it was not blocking back, right? Yeah, certainly a block. The NFL's going to say, no, it's not whatever. I think the NFL's going to say on the sideline, come on, that guy was going to make a play. None of it really matters. But by the rule book, let's start doing that. Let's start making more common sense calls in game. Also, there are field goal range there. Biometric still field goal range. And you know, probably still lose the game.
In a little bit, that's busy.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our Hubble the Thunderdome. On this FeelGOOD Friday, March 31st, 2023, hour 3 of the sports program starts now. FeelGOOD Friday is what we're experiencing, AJ. I saw you didn't participate. This is a college football national champion, a Super Bowl champion, a Ryder Cup champion, a father of 10, although he's not Amish. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ. Fox Tim is here at Boston Connor and Tosh Schmidt, and a man who's a producer on Winning Goblin Show.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And the guy who answers all the primary phone calls. Me and my answer. We miss you, John Diggs. We hope you're having an incredible weekend, birthday weekend. We love the Falcons fans. Like 1,000 times live, really. I've gotten a chance to enjoy the hell out of this work, watch them work. He's a master at his craft, and right now, it is a huge time because he is the host of College Game Day, both football and basketball. And guess what? Final Four weekends. Here we go. Oh, this is semifinals. Holy shit, this is a massive ordeal. He's made time for us. I've seen him on TV this morning, suited and booted and crushing it. Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Reese Davis. Wow!
Whoa. Appreciate that, Pat. How are you guys doing?
Not as good as you. You look fantastic. Where's the Final Four at? Where are you at right now?
It's in Houston. I'm right outside Energy Stadium, and just around the corner, you maybe see it way in the background there. The old Astrodome is still standing.
Oh, congrats to the Astrodome. Still doing its thing. Energy Stadium. I have great memories in there. What a place. It can get loud. Is it 400 degrees, classic Houston?
It's overcast right now. It feels like it's in the 80s. A little bit of sweat. But our 4-hour extravaganza tomorrow, that's gonna get a little toasty and probably swamp butt might be part of the deal by the end of the day.
Well, very much understandable. Down there in Houston, it has a lot of upside. The city's fantastic. The people are great. The views are spectacular. The heat, though, is never ending. It is a thick heat down there. We appreciate you calling in from this very busy weekend. As we look at this Final Four, obviously, no 1 seed, 2 seed, or 3 seed. I think it's like the first time in however long that has happened in the Final Four. It kind of unfolded a little bit how you thought it was going to.
Yeah, Soggy Doggy.
Obviously, the big names didn't make it. What should we be thinking about looking at this Final Four setup here for the men's? And I'm pretty excited. These teams are all dogs.
Yeah. You're right. They're all older teams. They're all tough. I think UConn is the best team among the four, but as we've seen in this tournament so far, doesn't mean they're going to win. They have more answers, probably have more offensive answers. Miami, the team that they play, can really score. So it'll be a challenge for them tomorrow, but I do think UConn's the best team. It's always kind of interesting. San Diego State, not necessarily a great offensive team, but they are a tremendous defensive group. And when they came out for their open practice about an hour ago, the first thing they did was started whacking each other with pads. They didn't even have the basketball. They were doing closeouts and clockouts and a lot of physical play, and that's exactly how they've advanced here. So it took them probably 5 minutes to practice when somebody got around and gave them the ball.
That's San Diego State, you said?
San Diego State, yeah.
I like that one. All right, go ahead, AJ.
Reese, what do you think about the UConn Huskies? I know the Hurley family. I'm a fan of all of what they have done. I know their enthusiasm you see on the sideline. Dan Hurley over there, he's fun to watch him coach. I know the son's on the team. They show the family in the crowd. What do you think about UConn's chance? Are they technically the favorite to win it all right now?
I think they are. I think they're clearly the most complete team here. One thing that happens is that you have to leave off. They dominate. They beat everybody by 15 points or more. And, that doesn't always predict to get to the Final Four. But they've been the best team up to this point. So, look, I think they're going to win it all. They've won 4 titles already, 3 of them in the state of Texas. They're going for their 5th overall title. 4 of them will be here, 2 in Houston. So they're right at home here for whatever reason it worked out that way. And the last time when we had a group of teams in the national semifinals, was the only time when we had a group of teams with a higher seed number total was 2011 and UConn won the national championship. So I sort of figured that I think that's going to happen again on Final Four.
Final Four always going to be electrifying with the crowd and the environment and everything like that. Indianapolis has hosted a few times. I've gotten a chance to see it. The city is an absolute buzz. With the women's college basketball time of year, the home court created some scenes. I might have only just seen a couple of them, but like Miami in Indiana, that was exhilarating to watch it all kind of take place. And with football having their first round of the playoffs whenever it comes, being home, having the chance to have those experiences, do you think you ever see that for men's basketball, or will it always be neutral site? Some teams' fans will show up, some will be kind of dispersed, because it feels like the environment is not like it will be now, and obviously some teams are able to do it. But there's some games in this tournament where it feels like it's almost a open era game. And then you watch like the women's basketball, it's like, oh, and then college football's getting into that. Do you see that ever happening, or is that kind of just like a part of what the men's college basketball tournament's all about?
I think as far as what the tournament's about now, they use that, way back in the day, and he got really close to the home. Didn't even really start leading the team until 1979. They sort of, signed teams geographically, and a lot of teams played at home or really close to home. But I agree with you. There is really something to be said for the atmosphere to the 3As. I can't wait to see it in football. I wish we could do everything, probably do everything up to the championship game or at least the semifinals. Not just that first round in football once that expands after this upcoming season. So, I mean, it's tough to beat on-campus environments, and you've seen the impact, not only is the excellent play, but the atmosphere that helps in ratings, I think, in the register. If you watch it, it's kind of electrifying. You stick around and you check it out and you see how good these teams are.
Jayla Clark.
Oh, dog. She's something.
Bro, she's getting like 12 points. They're getting like 12
Dude,
points.
every one of these rooms has been empty. It's been fucking weird. I've opened like 3 or 4 of them, like, in a row, empty. Been fucked.
That's exactly what I'm doing. I think South Carolina hasn't lost in 2 years. I guess they're running back-to-back national champions. I understand they're very good. But in basketball, a very individual-driven sport, if you have a dog on the court and we're getting 12 points pretty much, that's hard for me not to be like, she will keep this thing within a dozen. They might lose, but I think basketball sport, it's hard not to do that. I've been captivated by those scenes and everything. I mean, honestly, the women's basketball tournament is kind of cool. I think personally, as has the men's college basketball. So many upsets. You're always wondering which team is going to rise up from the lower seed and get there. Like this year, four of them are going to do it and get there. Is that good or bad for college basketball? Good or bad?
People say they won. Most television executives will tell you that they won. Here's where I stand on it, man. You give up something. Give up getting the team. It's not a ton of
I'm gonna have to wait a little longer, okay? I'm still playing my game.
But you're not going to get Coach K's last 5 minutes plus 5 on the other semifinal every year. So it doesn't mean the game can't be great on Saturday. You can sacrifice the build-up. So most of the time, I think what fans really like is the couple of the big ones getting clipped in the first weekend, and then some other ones end up making it to the Final Four. But I do think one thing that can happen, should one of the other 3, particularly if it's Fort Atlantic and San Diego State, if they were to win the national championship, then that elevates their program. They have a chance to create the type of following and buzz Gonzaga has.
And every year,
do it over a long time to do it as well as Gonzaga has.
Yeah, Gonzaga felt the wrath of one of these teams. I mean, if they win, and now every tournament going forward, it's like, hey, last year we saw 4 and 9 and 5 and 8. Like, that's a conversation now going forward forever. Hopefully, it brings a little bit more hope. Do you think its NIL deal is going to change this? You think NIL is potentially going to keep this going like this in college basketball or no?
Well, we've already seen some of it. One of Miami's best players, Nigel Pack, was a terrific player for Kansas State last year. Got a nice NIL deal with the Hurricanes and transferred, and Jim Larinaga, their coach, has been able to navigate all that. There's a couple months in the road in the offseason. Some of the other players left, but honestly, it hasn't shown up at all. So I think we're going to continue to do that. You've got over 1,000 guys in the transfer portal right now.
For basketball?
Basketball. Many of them looking for NIL deals. Many of them who were just playing last weekend and have played well for the senior beyond. But it's the nature of the beast right now. It's that guys are seeing what's out there for them and trying to play.
Country road, take me home to the place. In basketball, you only need one or 2 guys. That's literally all you need. That's legit, right? Am I wrong in thinking that?
No, if you're going to guy or 2 maybe the perfect piece to complement what you already have and your other guys coming in, you can change it really, really quickly. That brings you guys singing. I don't know, several years ago we were at West Virginia for game day basketball, and we did this little skit to open the show where we were singing Country Roads Acapella, walking down Country Roads down by the down. And then we cut live. This is unplanned, and we didn't tell the crowd to do this. They started singing. They picked it up when we were, the whole crowd thought they were singing. I'm not ashamed to tell you. I mean, I'm not a West Virginia guy or anything. I got kind of choked up. It was awesome.
Yeah,
it was one of the coolest things.
Hey, that's a moment. Pac-Man, little legitimately, as soon as he sat down, sang it. I think any West Virginia person that's ever been to WVU knows. Like, I don't know how it is now, but back in the day, legitimately, midnight, pretty much every single bar that I went to, and I frequented a lot of them, like, that's playing it no matter who the hell you are. You're screaming it at the top of your lungs. It's like, it's just almost like it's like a bird call almost.
Yeah.
It's become like a bird call. So them singing it is not surprising at all. But I do love the fact that you got to fucking feel it. You know what I mean?
It was awesome, man.
Yeah, I bet you might just crack open a couple beers.
What?
Just throw some at the crowd, Reese.
Maybe in the aftermath. Maybe in the aftermath. You got to stay locked in.
Well, I understand. You're a professional consummate. You're incredible at what you do. Ty's a question for you, Reese.
Reese, a lot of people are saying that this could be like the least watched Final Four in a really long time. Do you think that the men's side is kind of concerned that the women's tournament has almost kind of like usurped all the buzz and like the energy of the Final Four? And if you were to like talk to just like a casual fan or a fan of college basketball, how would you sell them on these two games this weekend and why like they'll be important to watch?
Copy that.
That's a great question. First of all, I think it probably will be. It's going to be helped a little bit by the fact that it's on CBS just because of the larger number of households that CBS is available in as opposed to Turner has. Sometimes those numbers are a little bit lower, but I anticipate it probably will be. In terms of selling, I don't know that there's any resentment necessarily on the part of anyone associated with the men's game. It's probably the idea that if one side grows, it helps everybody. That rises high, raises the price, raises all that kind of thing. I can't quite get that out.
Yeah, we got you. I got you.
But I would say that if I was going to sell them on, I would sell them on the fact that this is an opportunity to see life-changing moments, not only for the players, coaches, the program, but we've seen the effect that having this type of success can have on enrollment in schools, whether it's the movie effect in Boston College or Mike Vickers in Houston, Texas. People get, Gonzaga saved the whole freaking university by going to the Elite Eight back in '99, where they dealt with the big product.
Striker detected.
Taking an opportunity to see what these real-life dramatic moments. Everybody says they love and praise against teams they're really good. They may not be the household names, but Fort Atlantic won more games than anybody in the country that's good to have Nathan Park with. So, I think they're worthy of watching. I would sell them on the drama and the opportunity to see a team on the ground floor. And for UConn, when they cut it down, nobody in the last 25 years is good for Duke, good for Carolina, and everybody else. But the bluest and brutalized over the last 25 years has been UConn, because if they win, we'll have won more championships than anybody else.
You already have. You have a men's and women's basketball?
Well, men's, I'm just talking men's right now, but it's certainly true with the women's side too.
Yeah,
Gino Oriema, I think he's doing this year, and I don't think he has men to the men's Final Four because he's always playing in women's Final Four. He's going to be here to support Dan Early.
I don't know what it would be like for him to watch that game. Is that so
It's going to be weird.
You think he's enjoying the game? What do you think it is?
Not ready to get out. Yeah. Oh, so it's been the whole time.
You think that's like, remember they had that guy who was the NFL coach there for a year? These schools change completely, maybe these schools change completely, and maybe headline their coaches. Well, is that something that we can potentially see? Because you need money, right? Coaching is money and potential operation. And this Final Four is going to bring that with some people you think or not?
Yeah, no, I think so. It's going to bring opportunities for Dusty May and Fort Atlantic. I think it's probably less likely to happen with Brian Dutcher. He's been in San Diego State for a long time. Went there with Steve Fisher from the Michigan coach. He's sort of entrenched there, and we see through realignment that San Diego State may be about to take a step forward in the not-too-distant future, if you can believe all the stories that you hear. But Dusty May's going to have opportunity. But they've already built up the coffers at Fort Atlantic. They've given Dusty May, their coach, a contract extension. They've got $10 million to improve facilities. They're on their way to the American, as everybody sort of moves up as teams move down to the American and went to the Big 12. So I think there's an opportunity there. I mean, they just hired Tom Herman as the football coach. They had Lane Kiffin previously, so they've really enhanced the profile of their athletics program. And I think it would be naive to say that he would never leave. I don't really anticipate it this cycle because I'm not sure that there's the type of job that would entice him. But when you get a team like
Ford Atlantic to the Final Four, you are, for several years, you're going to be on the radar of those quote-unquote bigger jobs. So he's going to have opportunities, I feel certain.
That beach down there is real nice, too.
Oh, there is that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, FAU, that's a beautiful part of town down there.
I told him around 1 o'clock.
For
We're on 120 right now, but it's like I just got home from groceries. I'm all shaky. I didn't eat food. The baby's gonna wake up any second now. She's gonna walk through too. She needs a diaper change. You know, it's like.
Just tell him no. Tell him like, hey, I got shit going on there.
Well,
I told him I'll text you when I'm ready to talk.
I left after San Diego State to come out to join you guys at the show. I've called to Miami, several Miami games over the last few years. Been at their practices, seen them play a lot. Look, man, they're loose. They've been around. They've got older guys. And that's just sort of how he coaches. They can be a good defensive team, but they make their money on offense. And they come out, score. They'll be loose. I don't think for a second that the moment will be too big for Miami. The question is, are they good enough to beat UConn? But I think they'll play well.
Hey, we're on the precipice of a massive Final Four weekend, Reese. Hey, I appreciate you taking time out doing research and actual work to join us. I spoke to some winged beavers this past week. Did you hear about this?
Did you really?
Yeah. I was in a sports and business class the other day, zoomed in.
That's the finest school for boys on the planet. Avon Oak Farm School for Boys, the Winged Beavers. They got a quarterback going to Georgia now.
How about it?
They're putting out some talent.
I dropped your name while I was talking. Reese Davis has obviously spoken very highly of you boys. I believe he has some connections to this school, and they all laughed. His oldest son, or your one son, I believe, was a baseball player there. Dog.
Yeah, he was. He just played baseball the last couple of years. We played football and basketball prior to that. He was actually what they called a warden of the school, which means sort of like student body president, but they have him in meetings and stuff. So that's a place that was special to him and to our family.
Hell yeah! Well, I'm lucky that the only reason why I did it is because how highly you spoke of the place all season, and the fact that their name is the Winged Beavers.
Great name.
That's a great name. I couldn't wait to get in there. I appreciate you, buddy.
You bet. Likewise, man.
Where'd you go to school?
College?
Yeah.
I went to Alabama.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. Why did I knew that. I knew that was the case. They're out.
I tried to forget what happened in the tournament last weekend.
Oh, let's remember. They lost.
They're not the final.
Yeah.
Oh, and then how about when Pollock, friend of ours, just right in front of Saban's face, hey, Kirby's dad.
I'll run the sound.
Do you remember that, Reese? How do you? I feel like you remain rather balanced as an Alabama grad when you could be much louder if you wanted to in the way you speak. I think you hide it well, Reese.
Well, I think the reason is, look at it. You guys played. I didn't. Nobody cares where I went to school. And, in that moment...
That's not true.
Reese, I went to Syracuse, Northwestern, these people.
Come on.
This is the condescending about yourself, Reese Davis, that it always is. We do care. Reese, you're Reese fucking Davis.
No, but look, I love my school and all that, following everything. But in that moment when David said that, I didn't think much of it. And maybe my antenna wasn't where it should have been, but I was like, well, this is pretty obviously true. In the moment, So I don't even think Nick was that bothered by it, but maybe some of the aftermath when it was called into attention. Now, that being said, I'm sure. In fact, I know for a fact that they're using it right now in the off season, but in the moment, I'm not even sure it bothered them.
David Pollock on the wall down there in Row Town.
Oh, yeah.
AJ has the last question for you, Reese.
Reese, are you worried about possibly being a low-scoring game, getting that giant stadium NRG there, the weird backgrounds, guys' shooters? Is that still an issue?
I think it always is a concern when you go in. I was sort of looking at it today. It's hard to tell, but it's different than looking at a rim when you're in a normal-sized arena. Some guys handle it well, some don't. Lafonso commented that the rim seems soft, so that should help a little bit. But I probably should point out that it was in that building that the lowest scoring championship game ever played was between UConn and Butler, which was the worst important game in the history of sports. I think it was 53-41. It was an awful, awful thing to watch. I hope we don't get that. I think we might get a low-scoring game in the first semifinal tomorrow night, but hopefully it's not like that.
Okay, 131.5 is over under for the Florida Atlantic SDSU game, and then 149.5 over under for UConn and Miami. Something to think about. Great question there, AJ. We appreciate you, Reese. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you tomorrow morning on TV. Ladies and gentlemen, Reese Davis.
I love that, man. It's weird shooting in those big places, man.
Yeah. It's like,
I mean, it was even weird just coming in here.
It's a football stadium.
Yeah, as opposed to the old office.
Yeah, with the roof, yeah.
Because it's all, your target, your depth perception is very important when you're shooting.
Like the background. Like baseball stadiums have the dark background in center field so that you can see the ball. Same thing. I feel like getting these giant football stadiums just might take a little time to adjust.
So, and this is vastly different because we do that. There's some stadiums for kickers that are a lot easier. Like just the uprights look wider.
Visually? Really?
Yeah, the uprights look wider because the way the seats are behind it. Like, there's a lot of that type of stuff. And we played this one place in college where the net was like 30 yards behind the upright. And I'm kicking a ball, and it's landing at like the bottom of the net. I'm like, oh.
Don't have it today?
Oh, my God. And then like somebody's like, hey, it's like 15 yards behind the net. I'm like, oh,
okay.
Jesus. But that's like, there's little things that are just like indicators normally. And when those change, it can fuck you up. They're playing on what? Aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
Out in the middle of the
wind gust.
How would you make any shot? I don't know how you make any shot of importance in that. You know what I mean? Imagine being on the free throw line. On an Air Force carrier, obviously.
You got to play the wind, man. You got to play the wind.
Obviously on the bay. And I know I played street basketball. I played at Boys Park. Obviously, it's where the ballers ball and players play. I understand that you have to read that. Could you imagine a game actually mattering? They're not just like a pickup run
to 21,
like an actual. I'd be like,
top 10 battle.
Seems like it's going a little right to left here.
It's a name 6 feet to the right.
It's like you're playing that paper
toss
game. All right, not enough. Okay, next one. All right, Jason Reba. Make the fucking shot. Okay, I'm trying here. They're not scared to kind of roll the dice. So the NBA, I don't think you see that a lot.
No.
The NBA are like, nah. Actually, when they went into the bubble.
Yeah, that and this year. That's what the guys were saying. It was super easy to shoot in there.
When they went into the bubble, they said the hoop looked this big. Yeah. Guys got paid because of how small it was and everything like that. What were you going to say?
This year was the first time they did the arena at the Alamo Dome, and the Warriors went to San Antonio. I think that was the first time they've ever done that.
That's crazy how much that could affect you.
Yeah.
Just got to bank on like.
Well, the court is built up. You'll see, I assume, because every other time I watch the Final Four, the court is built up high, so the bench seats are down low. I always worry about a dude going to chase a ball out of bounds and diving off the court. You might get a 10-foot drop.
Let's not take any headers out there, boys. And girls. Are they in the stadium?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Smaller. I know
it's definitely not NRG.
What'd you say, AJ?
I know it's smaller because the guys is like 75,000 capacity, the girls is like 20-something.
Yeah, and the ticket for the girls is like 2-3x what it is for the men's.
It's been awesome to watch.
Yeah. Same exact over.
It's in Dallas.
LSU has a rapper on their team?
Yeah, Flauge.
Holy fuck. Dog.
The coach has cool outfits.
Okay. I like that. Shout out to women's college basketball doing their thing.
Doing it.
Hey, will that lead to the WNBA, which tips off?
May
23rd, I want to say.
That's right. Got the New York Liberty, Las Vegas Aces.
Flag, Sparks, Indiana Fever.
Sky.
There's a WNBA team. Are they in Indy?
Yeah, Indiana Fever. I've been to a couple games.
Oh, yeah.
They play at the Pacers place?
Oh, yeah. No, it's their place.
Okay.
Pacers play.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, Pacers play at their place.
Let's go to the 500 fun line. We got a massive weekend ahead. Let's get to it. Hey, big weekend for watching shit.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Legit.
And John Wick's out.
Final Four. WrestleMania both Saturday and Sunday night to watch.
Do we have a golf tournament this weekend?
Wow. I assume.
Yeah, what is it? The Valero or something?
Oh, okay.
Next week is the Masters.
Yeah, Masters next week.
Holy fuck! Hey, it's a great time.
Yeah, let's go. Baseball.
We're in a good spot. That's great news.
So is Reese done? Like he does football, basketball, and then he just chills until football again? Or
I hope so.
That's a grind.
I saw on his Wikipedia he actually does international soccer for ESPN. So I don't know if they have a couple during the summer.
I wonder if he does that from his house though. Like I think the amount he travels.
It might be
I
Saturday
can't
Uruguay next week.
Yeah. What's happening over there?
Calling something on ESPN Plus. The Uruguay League on ESPN Plus.
Uruguay, Venezuela. Yep.
What was that? That was the CONCACAF. Nope. That's the...
We run the CONCACAF.
We run CONCACAF.
Right.
What's the name of their cup? No, well, certainly
it's
not.
South America.
Central. Let's go to folks. Oh, the Europes?
Certainly not.
But you didn't name a trophy.
You did. What do they have?
Actually, do we have...
Copa.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. So that, Reese is calling that?
Sounds like it. Yeah, he does it.
How does Reese get so good all the time and he never sleeps? The guy doesn't sleep, all he does is work all day. Appreciate him doing that. Let's go to, before we go to the phones, let's wrap up the week the only way we know how, especially with what just took place. Ladies and gentlemen, we started this last year mostly because of how much this man loves studying tape, not just watching highlights like all the other losers do. This guy loves the draft process, the draft cycle. He could have been a scout in another life. That is an actual real thing that almost took place. Instead, he's a content creator right here at PMI. It is time for version 1, volume 1 of season 2 of Mitt's Mock Draft. Here we go, Mitt.
Does he want the mobile mic here?
Yeah, mobile mic, Mitt, please. And here's a stick for you. You like to work it? Holy shit! I see some alarming draft choices.
Here we go.
Okay. And Mitt's dad, coaching in the NFL. Mitt has been in the NFL.
I don't want to dust.
Alright, well, just give me a minute. What are you doing?
I just got an egg out.
Yeah, me too.
I wouldn't be surprised if the team flying back.
Yeah. shot. Hey. Well, I'm going to get back on here and get ready for a fun, feel good Friday. Yeah.
Yes. Last year, he did not fare well in this, but year 2 is always better than year 1.
Bingo. Yes, I did get last place between all the other people that do this for networks and stuff like that, so we're going to try and get a little better every year.
That's right.
There you go.
1%.
Step by step.
Well, in this particular case, we have from 25 to 20%, depending on
just about
how many people are counting. Same thing, though. 10 grand. Bonus to you. You get top 3.
There you go, buddy. Top 3. Go.
Go, man. Top 60%. Here you go. You can do that? You can do that.
I can do that.
Hell yeah!
That's passing grade. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, let's start with number 1 here. We're airline trained up, and a lot of people who in the sports book, they have CJ Stroud as a favorite. I've been watching the game. I've been asking around, and
I did listen to Michael Lombardi.
Yeah, I listened to a couple different people, and one person might have influenced his pick more than other people, but I have Bryce Young going number 1. Carolina Panthers, I think that's their guy. I think they're setting up a bunch of smoke screens right now. Just kind of playing the game, you know, doing their due diligence, that whole game. Yeah,
hey, I'll tell you that.
Josh McCown's guy might be number 2 here, going to the Texans. I think the Texans are just going to end up falling with CJ Stroud here because they probably think that they're going to get Bryce Young. They probably think he's going to fall, but then he doesn't, and they're like, oh shit, what do we do? So face the franchise, CJ Stroud, that's your guy. And then Will Anderson.
Nobody's trading the 3. How about that, AJ? Mitt doesn't see a trade 2-3 for another quarterback. He thinks Will Anderson goes at 3. Your thoughts, AJ?
I mean, that's an interesting take you have there. That it could happen, but yeah, I would think people are going to be jockeying to get up there.
Yeah, everybody's going to be jockeying to get up to 3 and jockeying. Maybe, who knows? Hey, we still got time. This is not his final version.
Just 1.0.
Talk about a guy that is jacked. This dude is absolutely fucking jacked. I think 14 sacks 2 years ago. Would have been the best player out of the draft. Wasn't eligible. Came back for his junior year. Fucking 15 sacks last
What?
Absolute dog. I mean, it doesn't matter where you put him. He's going to rush the passer. He's not playing coverage. Hand in the dirt, standing up. It does not fucking matter. He is going to get sacks. He is going to get production. That's what they lost with J.J. Watt retiring. So put him in there, plug and play right away, guy.
Him going from Alabama's facilities to Arizona's facilities will be a little bit of a culture shock, but the city is awesome.
Hopefully the paycheck's enough. We got Anthony Richardson going to the Colts here.
Yeah.
Watching him throw at the combine was absolutely fucking electric. There is a sense that I think somebody could trade up to 3 and take Anthony Richardson, but right
maybe
now,
2.0. Maybe
yeah, right now I just don't know if there's enough buzz. But just fucking crushed his pro day. I just see him in Chip's like his offense would be absolutely electric. Where you fucking go. We got number 5, the Seahawks here. There's a lot of buzz about the Seahawks talking to Richardson, talking to Levis, talking to quarterbacks. They just signed Geno. It's a 3-year deal, I'm pretty sure. Yep. So I think they're just going to end up plugging and playing Tyree Wilson. He is an absolute dog. He's like 6'6", fucking huge, plays DN, he plays D tackle. I mean, he's going to play somewhere on their defensive lines. So, let's just throw him in there, fucking play guy. And then maybe the best player in the draft, falling all the way to 6. Wow. Because of certain issues that he might have, he might not, we don't know. We don't know. We're just having that Friday. Yeah.
That Friday. Just optically made everybody what happened at the combine and everything going on.
Yeah, admit no what I said about that.
Don't see him falling this far, this confident of a player. I don't see him falling this far down 6.
Great football player.
Yeah. Great football player. There was also a thing, he weighed in at 300 pounds to start the year in Georgia. He was up to like 323 at his pro day. So, I mean, maybe that's part of it. He does play D tackle. He's probably trying to get up a little bit of weight. Might be a sugar. I don't know. There's rumors.
That's not from us. That's not from us. That's what's being said.
He was saying stuff on the internet. That is not an internet report. That is not a net report. Sorry. That is an internet report.
Will Levis.
We have Will Levis falling to 7. And then this is a value pick by the Raiders here. They probably see a lot of arm talent in this guy, a lot of size talent. He looks like an NFL quarterback. He's an absolute dog. And in the case, he has a lot of picks that are actually dropped from his computer. It's really not his fault, so we'll see when he ends up actually going. And then Falcons, I just want to say,
you think the Raiders are just signed Jimmy. Let's get it up.
Well, I was thinking that they could get another weapon, but they do have Hunter Renfrow paid. They do have Devontae Adams paid. They did just trade Darren Waller, so I was thinking, maybe it's paid in one of the tight ends. I think he's probably the best tight end in the class. So he might jump in the top 10.
Maybe 2.0.
Love that. They could use a lot of help on defense as well, but I don't know. And then another team that could use a lot of help on defense is the Falcons, but they also really could use beast. He won the combine. I mean, came in, showed out here in Indy, and then also balled out on his birthday, is fast, ran 4-4, good. Like, there's just nothing on tape that says that he is not the best receiver in the class. When he played,
hell yeah, Ohio State, AJ. Hell yeah.
AJ, do you know how many yards he had 2 years ago? 4,000. But it was like 1,600. He's a fucking beast.
AJ, you're wrong.
Yeah.
He was 2,400.
And then with number 9, I think really if you're the Bears, you're sticking with Justin Fields by trading away that pick. You got to get him some protection. Peter Skanowski. I mean, a lot of people say a lot of people say that he might suffer from AQ shift disease and he might have to play guard. They're paying guards a shit ton of money in free agency, and also the Bears, they need a guard. They just need offensive. They need offensive.
Hey, say Northwestern.
Old Town boy. He's right there.
Ryan Poles, offensive lineman. Skronowski.
Yep. He should change his name before the draft.
He better, right? They go higher. Yeah. And they got Bijan Robinson there, Tennessee Eagles. Shout out Memphis State.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Memphis State. I did read this one of his contracts, and I might have just loved the idea so much that I put it in mine. I mean, you got Boogie Miles Sanders. I mean, he's probably getting out of there. He already signed. With Carolina. Oh, yeah, there we go. Got me that. And, I mean, this year is the best running back in college last year. 1,500 yards is an absolute split carries, too. I mean, 1,500 split carries at this fucking age of college. Like, that's wild. He's just
probably one of the best players in the draft. I know it's just high to take the running back up here, but I mean,
why not?
Fuck it. You only live once.
Hey, man.
Go, man.
Proud of you, buddy.
Good job.
Can't wait to see how much changes from 1.0, 2.0, 3.0 to draft day 1.0.
Can't wait.
Man, good work, pal. AJ, what are your thoughts on this top 10?
I mean, the John Robinson going 10. I watched that thing play. Bijan. Right?
Yeah, like Bijan.
This truck draft
Big John. I do not like Mustard, but I love this guy as a player. He can jump. Watching him jump cut in the hole is what freaks me out.
He's an unbelievable football player in Texas. He was fun to watch. We were in Texas games. I never watched a lot of him. He was awesome. Old touch from Alabama, also very smooth. Out of Georgia Tech, Alabama. He looks smooth in the combine as well. Everybody's talking about Big John being a guy. That's right. Let's go to the 5 line. Good luck out there, man. All you gotta do is get top 3, man. Good luck. Who won last year? Trades.
Yeah. And he also said, stop fucking tipping pigs. We can all do it.
He did say that. Yep. Do you remember that, AJ, when Shrek said
Shrek did?
Yeah, he basically said, this year, let's just enjoy the draft. You know, like, we can all tip picks if we want to. And we're like, whoa, what are you talking about? We didn't know this was a thing. And then we realized, like, it does appear to be the young insiders that really take advantage of the moment. And they tweet out picks 6 to 7 minutes before they're on television.
Yeah.
It's great for us.
It is. Well, yeah, our hero said, oh, yeah, Frank's cool. What's this, fuckface? And then tip every pick in the first round.
32 straight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Got them all.
32 straight. Yeah. We appreciated his service, but it does feel like there's an insider's kind of
almost.
It's all right, Ari. He was in the league meeting, so straight.
Boom. You saw it? He's on TV there.
Talking about the house friend, Ari Nero stands up.
Yep.
That's the real thing. No, he's an aggregator of news and news. We appreciate it. Let's go to the phone. Let's go to Russell in California. What's going on, Russell? Sounds like you are on the road. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm at a baseball game right now. I'm a Seahawks fan. So I'm asking you guys if you think we should go after Anthony Richardson and build for the future, or try to win now and go Jalen Carter or Will Anderson.
Okay, great question there, Russell. That's seemingly going to be the talking point about the Seahawks at 5.
Yeah.
Could move to 3 to get a quarterback if they wanted to. 5 is a very powerful negotiating piece there. Will be fascinating to see what they do. Gino, 2-year deal. Anthony Richardson, they're saying he can't play yet. That's what everybody's saying. Like, he's going to have to wait. It's like, that would be a great setup. And Pete Carroll, that's what I love. So, I mean, maybe.
Wasn't it him that said, too, like, it felt different with Seattle playing that with them? Like, there was a better connection with those guys than anybody else.
That great 5. As you remember, DK Metcalf took his shirt off. Pete Carroll, and they have those types of things. I mean, he's been around, been there, done that. He's got 2-year deal. He's comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a good situation for them with young quarterback maybe get some time. What everybody else is saying.
Yeah, I guess it would be tough to draft that high paid quarterback you know is not going to play for a couple of years, but if you truly are thinking something, and you're in love with the guy, you think he is your next guy.
Yeah, because Packers traded him in the first round as their quarterback, and then they traded him tough. Right. They didn't trade Lance, which is why that situation is not good. I don't understand how that is. Just unfortunate time. Yeah. Let's go to Jerry in Arizona on 5 phone line. You got a Chef Bose, Jerry.
Hey, I don't get a Chef Bose, but I got to fix that out. So how's everyone doing?
Hey, Jerry, thank you for calling in. What do you want to talk about, brother?
Hey, I was just wondering, Pat, why did you guys not come on Gardner Minshew there in Indianapolis? I mean, I know you guys had a geriatric quarterback, you got the 4th pick overall, you were talking about drafting quarterback. Minshew down there competing with Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville. He was the only person that thought he was in competition with Trevor, let's be honest. Doing the things that was Sirianni on the board, use some of that dog mentality, right? What's the boy got to do to get a little love here? Give him a shot.
Jerry, I'm on your side, okay? I'm a Gardner Minshew fan. Remember, if you do recall, at Philadelphia, he asked Sirianni what it needs to do to be a starter over Jalen. And Sirianni, I believe, said, we're going with Jalen. Sorry about it. And that ended up working, obviously. You saw something in Jalen. But I think Gardner Minshew believes, for good reason, that he can play some meaningful minutes for a team. I'm not sure he came to Indianapolis saying, I'm either starter or I'm not. But it's great to have him on the roster. If we need to go out there with Gardner Minshew, I'm comfortable with it. I'm comfortable with it.
I think out of any guy that I guess isn't viewed as like a franchise starter, don't you feel as good with Gardner as you would with anybody else?
If Steichen's offense is going to look exactly how it looked like I don't want to say like having say as long as you can make throws, you're smart. That's a lot of hard things to do. Making throws not easy. Being smart not easy. These are very difficult tasks.
Having moxie not easy, right?
Gardner has all these things, so it's like I would be very comfortable with old Gardner Minshew going after for the Colts. We're not winning the Super Bowl, I don't think, but I do like that we're potentially in a much better spot than we were last year.
In the one opportunity he pretty much had last year when Jalen was out against the Cowboys, he threw like 360 yards and 3 touchdowns. You know, granted, there's still players better than the Colts are, but I didn't love that. Yeah, big time. But that doesn't mean like it's big time. Yeah, but the real run, AJ Brown, but that doesn't mean Gardner won't win.
I agree. We're happy to have Gardner here. Have Jerry calling right from Arizona. We're going to pass from Jacksonville. 25 right from Let's start off, Patrick.
Hey, how we doing? Hey, guys, I just got a couple questions. I just cracked open a Bud Light and tried to call you guys. Why? And first question you brought up was Russell Wilson had a bad year. And if he comes back and has a MVP year, does that qualify him for a comeback player of the year? Or you have to be an injured player to qualify for a comeback player of the year? And the other thing is, I'm down here in Clementine, and I can't count, but I can't count my time. Do you have any updates of when they're going to have some gambling down here? Do you know anything about what's happening with that?
Patrick, where are you from originally? You from Chicago?
Chicago, yes, sir.
Oh, sounds like you're a good man. Thank you for calling in, pal. The comeback player of the year thing is always a good conversation. I wish Tone Diggs was here for this. Because I think Tone believes he's really brought it into my life, my country. I think they do give it to you if you suck, and then you get good again.
Absolutely.
And Tone believes, like, you should have to be hurt. Like, this is an injury type award. I'm not sure what the rules are.
Yeah, it was, I believe Tony's big thing is there should be a most improved, because Geno Smith won comeback player of the year, but like, he's a backup quarterback in Seattle last year while Russell Wilson was playing.
There it is.
There wasn't any sort of like comeback for Geno Smith technically. It was just his first year starting and he played up a little.
And when it comes to like sports gambling being legalized in Florida, I wish I could tell you, but
not gonna happen.
Wow, it's gonna be a bit. A lot of lobbying going on.
Yeah.
A lot of tracks.
Diggs down there working.
That's your return. So, brand new baby on his birthday weekend. Going down there to try to get that done in Florida.
That's right.
What a man.
Smart guy.
What a good guy. Before we get out of here, there's a news story hitting it feels like a Friday news dump. Obviously, everybody wants this to disappear. Eagles Nation is reporting that under Andy Reid, the Eagles used to do Talking Tuesdays and Fast Food Fridays, where the facility was stocked with pizza, chicken wings, fried foods, etc. Chip Kelly ended these traditions when he was hired. However, they are still alive in Kansas City. And this is a beautiful way to bring up the fact that back in the day, I used to, have teammates that would hammer a beer 5 on a Saturday night before a game on Sunday while eating some nachos with actual cheese on it, maybe a slices up. They had been looking forward to that meal all week. And it was delightful, delicious, and the conversation in moods that was set with those foods, very relaxed before the big game tomorrow. Now, that particular team would go on to win like the most in the history of the NFL over a 10-year period. Then when nutritionists came in, more specifically, Chip Kelly brought that Oregon super science mentality into the NFL. It kind of transformed everything. I'm happy to hear that Andy Reid has not given up on the old school mentality whenever this food nutrition aspect of the NFL has become a very real thing. Your thoughts on it, AJ, as you lived through that portion of the NFL, as did I.
You talking about those Saturday meetings, so yeah, like you get done your meetings in the hotel as a team, you break up, do all that, and then it's probably 8:30, 9 o'clock, you break out, you go to, we call it snack, but it's a full meal. But that was, you're right, when you think back on it, that's some of your best conversations, sitting there hanging off your buds. The trainers, usually there's always a table, I sit with the trainers towards the end of that time before I go to my room, and then some of the guys you see making some of the biggest plays on Sundays, like you said, are eating nachos, pizza, and they're always looking forward to a giant ice cream situation that they either eat there or eat on the way to the room.
Oh my God, the bowl! I forgot about it. Milkshakes became prevalent there towards the end.
Yeah, they started having. When I first got in the league, they didn't have blenders, and they had blenders in there later.
Yeah, there's like 60-ounce milkshakes as they're going to bed the night before.
Huge styrofoam cup like this giant styrofoam cup with milkshake.
And then something happened. I think it was Chip Kelly. I honestly believe it was Chip Kelly who started making. Remember, like each player would have their name on a cup. It was their protein shake that was made specifically for them with their allergies and their weight and their goals. Every single morning after their piss was tested to see how hydrated they were from the night before. That was every morning you walked through the Eagles building. That thing made its way around the NFL 14. Hey, you heard what they're doing, Billy? What are they doing? Okay, so like meals are like specific for the player. Like, oh, that's awesome. Specific for the player, like actually, like, hey, you need this many proteins, you need this many things, like all down to the science, pretty much. Which in theory, right, smart, yeah, in theory, it's smart, and I think now it's kind of like much more understood. But when you take a bunch of old dogs and just kind of say, hey, you ain't eating that meal that you got here. Here you go. Here's the audience. It's a little bit different. It's a little different human. You step on that football field, a little different vibe. We're on the conversations, but Andy Reid said, we want football around here.
Correct. And I think they did use that full year Saturday to get rid of those.
The food thing, the more we learn, the less we understand. That's good. Everybody has a six-pack, but then people I see that have an eight-pack eat pizza. What does that mean?
Genetics are a real son of a bitch, aren't they?
Ocho, what? He says he's
McDonald's every day.
He can still.
Boy, you ever see remember the 24/7 with Floyd Mayweather? He's going through Taco Bell at 2 a.m. after he got done running, getting 30 things.
Batman only eats candy.
It's disgusting.
The only thing I see.
Nerds and gummy bears.
Yep. Artie's breakfast in the morning, and then just candy all day.
3% body fat. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. I've pretty much been this size since high school, you said? Same size shoes, same body. I might have gained a pound or two here or there, he said. What I'm like, how awesome would that be? And he still could just dunk if he had to. Just do whatever he wants. And he won the easy carry contest yesterday from Bud Light. We hope everybody participates and potentially wins $15,000. Get creative from our friends at Bud Light. Hell of a week, boys.
Yeah. About it.
Big thanks to Reese Davis, JC Treader, Ian Rappaport, obviously AJ Hawk. Great to be back in your presence on a daily basis. Shout out to Pac-Man traveling out here. Him being so close and willing to drive is awesome.
Yeah, that's right. It's like almost as if it would be cooler.
Oh, thank you. I will.
Yeah, it's like double the time length. So that means
is it?
I don't live 90 minutes away.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, it is a double, like where he is in Ohio.
Okay.
Good news.
Right.
To get to this place. Not easy to get people to Indiana. Not a lot of folks living in Indiana. The fact that he's an hour and a half away is beautiful. And the fact that he doesn't mind driving in has been glorious. He's added so much to the office.
Yeah.
Very, very thankful for him. Almost crashed a go-kart yesterday.
Yeah. Dented the golf course out here.
Are those fast?
They're quick.
They look like fun.
They're a good time. They're quick.
Can you drift? Do they drift at all? Like, can you?
I don't know if you could. It would scuff the shit out of the court.
Can't do that.
So I don't know.
I mean, outside, like out in the parking lot.
I think it would have to be a real hard turn. Like with the speed that it's at, I think you would have to really.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when do you want to go do that?
You would have to
want
aggressively
chili for
flip
dinner?
it, like aggressively turn to
Like, I don't know if you want to pick up dinner when
I don't
we
think you
go
can
to
like a
live.
natural drift.
Kind of
It
have
doesn't
lunch
have that
though,
much
so.
juice.
I'll hammer it.
But I think you could.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good, right? So you got a little bit.
I drifted a
I want to get a
Shelby
soda.
Mustang into a tree. So
that sounds good. But yeah, I got Mountain Dew.
Is that like
I
a
don't know if you
crowded
saw
road
that too.
somewhere?
Yeah, it was up Voltage. It was
Oh, wow.
why do you ask questions? You know the answer.
I just wanted to hear it from you. I didn't know if this was another time where you were trying to drift in your driveway and you ran into a tree.
It was my driveway. My house was for sale for a price that I could afford, and then a circle in front of it. What am I supposed to do? I got a car that is 665 horsepower. Rear wheel drive. Sorry. Okay? Out in the middle of the woods. Boo-hoo.
Yeah.
You know?
Did the airbags go off?
Oh, yeah, whole thing. I mean, it was a scene. It was a scene, dude. It was a scene. Fucking horn wouldn't stop either because the goddamn airbags went up.
Yeah.
So, like, I was deep in there. My house was deep in the woods. But people were like, is that a fucking car? Everything okay back there? And all rigged up. Everything's terrible, thanks.
Remember when AJ had that slingshot and he was drifting it all over parking lots and stuff, and he's like, here you go, Pat, you can borrow it. It's December.
No, it was the slingshot people. They said, after AJ Hawk gets done abusing the shit out of it, you'll be able to get it in the middle of February in Indiana.
Sound good?
Is this the one that has, like, a drift and everything? Yeah.
November to March.
I don't know if that's going to work, but it's a sweet car.
I had it like December, January, so it wasn't much better for me.
Sweet car, though.
Fun. Yeah, it was fun. Felt very scary at times when I took it on some like back roads and the car's coming my way as you're sitting 2 inches off the ground and you're getting clipped by every rear view mirror.
Okay, sounds like there's some downside. I've never drove it. I guess that would be an experience.
It's a stick though. It was fun. It's a stick. It was cool.
Oh, you know how to drive it? I guess that's not a thing everybody knows how to do anymore. Like very little.
I think very few people know. Like how many cars are left with sticks?
Not many.
My Jeep that I bought at Meekum, that's why it was so expensive.
Yeah, where is that? You been driving it?
It's in a barn. Turned on last week.
Let's go. Tim jumped it?
No, it's been plugged in. Yeah, it's actually not good. So we don't have to jump it every time because we had to move it and put something in there. Shout out to you for allowing this to be what we do every single day. We're going to get the fuck out of here. We're going to have a great weekend watching a lot of amazing things. And then when we're back on Monday, look out.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Look out, AJ. You all are the best people on earth. Thank you all so much. Make great mock draft.
Thank you. Good job, man.
Can't wait to see 2.0. We'll probably get updates on a lot of things coming over the weekend. Like Lamar Jackson, what will that be next week? Aaron Rodgers, what will that be next week? Will we be 1 week closer to the draft spectacular? What news will we learn? Or will it continue to be a news dryland? We shall see. Ian Rapport's on vacation. Tell him we said hello on the Twitter. And have a great one. We're going to Chef Bo's. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Welcome to Hammer I'm not Tone Dix. Tone Dix has adopted a 4-day work week. No, I'm just kidding. Tony will be back Monday and probably every day for the foreseeable. That's Bubblegum Peanut. Right there. Right there. Canadian today. Beer and wonder. Why? Percy Bruce. Talk to him. Back there.
I know, man. What is going on, dude? It's just me back here. What the hell? I'm kind of pissed. I realized that.
Good to see mock draft is back.
Yeah. We're so back all the way back.
I like that. Skornaski pick, dude.
Oh, dude.
Is that the guy from Monsters, dude?
Yeah. That's where I got that name.
Yeah, I fucking know you did.
Alright, let's get into the big Picks Friday, obviously. Opening day yesterday, pretty good overall. Yup, right? You did pretty well.
Yeah, 5-2.
Close the door still. real quick.
I want a cookie.
Yeah, well, animal cookie.
Safe area entered.
This one, Mom.
I get a pink one?
Yeah.